Welcome everybody to the Playbook Podcast. I'm your host Trey Lopez. I'm also with some special guests. We'll get to that in a second. Jaden and Nick might be a little late. Knowing them. Hope you're all having a good week. Good 2026. Hope you're all enjoying some football, playball, wild card football out there. I'm here with a special guest today. I'm with my both Ola, Dalen, and sorry I can't read the other one. Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad y'all on. I hope y'all having a good 2026. I actually work with Dalen at Channel 4. He's a digital reporter, and I'm the editor. So I sit across the room from him, and he's a cool guy. He's probably my favorite coworker at Channel 4. So, complete chill guy. But how y'all doing tonight?
Just trying to make it, man. Making it. Just watched that Pittsburgh Texans game.
Yeah, that was a good game. But before we get to some football, I want to get to know y'all a little bit. So talk to me about your sports teams, your sports fans out there. I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if y'all watch every sport. A little bit about me is I work at. I go to WT here in Amarillo, Texas. Want to be in sport. My goal is to be a sports broadcaster. Started this podcast back in 2024 of the fall, and then we first started recording it, and then we went live. And we're actually finna be on Apple, so stay tuned for that. So talk to me about y'all, man. Talk to me about introduce yourselves a little bit.
All right. I graduated from West Texas in Canyon, WT. Went there, played a little bit of football from Belton, Texas, Belton High School. I watch football. I'm an Eagles fan. My college team is UT. I enjoy watching Bama too, football wise. I watch college basketball. I watch basketball. I watch track. I might turn on some golf. I don't know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy all sports. I'm not gonna say I watch all sports, but I'll watch a recap on all sports. I watch UFC, boxing, I mean, all of that. Slap contest, all that. You mean?
Yeah, that's cool, man. You watch, yeah. For me, I watch certain sports. The main sports I watch is basketball, football, and also watch baseball and golf. I'm a big golf fan, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll be watching swimming a little bit too. When
Yeah,
it's
swimming. Yeah, swimming. Yeah,
Olympic time, only around Olympic time we watch swimming.
yeah. Let me tell you.
Around the Olympic sports, around the Olympic time, we'll watch just about any sport. Like I say, it's hard for me to just sit down and watch a baseball game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can keep up with an interesting baseball game.
Yeah, unless it's October, I can't watch it.
If Otani not playing,
Yeah. Tony's a beast, man. I'm a Yankees fan. I grew up a Derek Jeter fan. That's my favorite baseball player of all time is Derek Jeter and all that stuff. So, but do y'all watch any like sports shows? Like for me, I'm a big Stephen A. Smith fan. Yeah, I'm a big Stephen A. Smith. Damon can tell you. I watch First Take a lot, and I watch his podcast, and I watch a little bit of his political show, but I mainly watch his sports stuff. So, do y'all watch any sports shows?
Let my boy introduce.
Yeah.
Himself. Let Tony introduce himself.
Oh yeah, Tony. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, my name's Tony. I went to high school with Ola. I played basketball and football back then, but I'm a orthodox fan of sports. I would say I watch a lot of. I watch surfing, skating. I do watch basketball, football. The usual. I'd say my favorite team has to be Texas Tech because I did go there. I didn't graduate from there, but I always root for Tech when I can, and they're typically pretty decent in the realms of what I watch. But I do like to watch Gil's Arena. It's a big sports show that I enjoy watching on YouTube, and they keep me up to date on basketball and new events that are happening in the scene.
You by the way, this is Jaden. He's one of my co-hosts. This I go to church with him. We go to the same church together. So this is Jaden. Another one will be on a little later.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. But
Sports
this is Ola, this is Dalen, that's Tony.
Nice to meet y'all.
Hey, Jay.
Sports
Likewise.
shows that I watch, bro. I watch the 520 podcast. I watch Podcast P. I watch 4 a.m. in Brooklyn. Carmelo's.
Carmelo.
I watch Gil's Arena. I watch the Gil's Arena with Skip, although I really don't like Skip.
They're gridiron.
I might watch FS1, First Take. You know what I'm saying? I might watch Undisputed. I'll put on some the Charles Villanueva podcast with Raymond to the Baja. I mean, there's a bunch of sports shows that we watch. I mean, just like little podcasts, other segments of other players, people talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Shannon Sharp. I
Yeah.
watched that. Nightcap.
Yeah.
What's up? No, you don't talk about
It's a long list of podcasts.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I say, I'm just a sports connoisseur, man. That's really all I watch is sports.
Yeah.
I mean, you see.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. How about you, Dalen?
What about Jaden?
Oh, Jaden. Jaden, I already know where he watches.
What are we talking about? Sorry. Are you just
Different sports shows and like podcasts that we.
Yeah, as far as sports, I mean, I watch like a lot of like First Take, Undisputed, that kind of stuff. I'm not like, podcasts are kind of like hit or miss for me. So it's
Right.
like, I like listening to podcasts, but I got to find like the good ones or like the ones that like interest me, I guess if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. I do like, I mainly just watch like First Take and Undisputed. Those are I have two big ones.
I can feel that. Podcasts are hit or miss. That's a lot of. I watch a lot of the players' podcasts. I don't just watch straight podcasts.
Yeah, for sure.
Ex players, current players
Yeah.
talk about the game because I mean, you know what I'm saying. Their knowledge on the game is a little deeper than
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
anybody really
Yeah. For sure.
that's out there.
Yeah. How about you, Dalen?
Well, the podcast, I pretty much watch the main podcast, Gil's Arena. I watch some straight podcasts like Player Choice. I'm pretty sure I told you about that one.
Yeah. You told me.
Yeah, I really like watching those type of podcasts. They're like, not a lot of people watching, but they're not really watered down. I say the Gil's Arena, when it first started,
It was good.
it was good.
Now it's kind of
Now
like it's a lot of you got to be politically. You get like that. With the Gil's Arena is to the point where now they have to say stuff because they're an extension of First Take.
Yeah.
Talk how they once were about the game because they're an extension of ESPN now.
Yeah, once they got the
And
contract.
once they got the contract, it was kind of like we kind of got to dumb up the game a little bit, try to make it understandable for. But before, when they first started, it was just raw.
Yeah.
5 dudes who played in the NBA, and that's
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. That's a different inside look on opposed to like there's a dude on YouTube who does a podcast and he's a coach and he breaks down game film and like when you see it, he's a popular dude on Instagram and all that, and a lot of people like him and they be thinking he be talking about the right stuff.
Yeah.
Opposed to where you get out there and it's like maybe 10 NBA players are saying the same thing, like, no, his responsibility isn't to stop ball here, it's supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. And from the mindset of when I played high school and middle school basketball, that's what we were taught, opposed to the rules that they're taught in the NBA. Like in the NBA, it's not like, like I just like it because it's not so much it's a knowing your personnel in the NBA kind of thing when you listen to other players talk. You know what I'm saying? It's about it's a lot deeper in the mind. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to hold the show up,
Type.
give me these topics.
Because I can go all day.
Yeah. Well, glad y'all are back on. Glad y'all have your on. Hopefully you can have more guests this year in 2026. Almost at 2025. I almost said that. So almost came out, but it's kind of weird saying 2026 a little bit.
Still new.
Yeah, it's still new, man.
Yeah.
But for me though, I mean I didn't play sports in high school or middle school because I had really bad asthma, but I've always been a big sports fan. And I couldn't play actually. I was on like 10 medications and I couldn't really.
Severe asthma.
It had severe bad asthma. I had to go to I had a doctor's in Lubbock, and I couldn't really play sports. Jenny can tell you how bad it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
And but high school came and senior year came, COVID happened, and I couldn't really do anything. So
Damn.
I've always been a big sports fan. I grew up watching LeBron and Stephen A. and I listen to Stephen A's podcast a lot, and also Shannon Sharp's too, and LeBron's podcast. On Mind the Game with him and Steve Nash. You know, him breaking down the game is really cool to see, and
Yeah.
and also watching the shop too that he does on YouTube exclusive.
Oh yeah, he's still running that.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. It's not on HBO no more. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah. Barbershop.
yeah,
I like the shop too. The shop was cool.
Yeah.
I like Matt Barnes up in all the smoke. They got
Oh,
him
yeah.
on the podcast. It's watered down to an extreme right now.
Yeah.
But when they first started off, it was pretty good. I like watching Mind the Game. I mean, I kind of like watching Mind the Game.
It's growing.
yeah. Well, we're gonna get started with some football talk. We just had a defeating season for Pittsburgh Steelers. Houston won this game 30-6. So what's y'all's takeaway on this game?
Going first. I'll take the floor first. Well, from what I've seen, CJ Stroud wasn't comfortable. I really didn't trust the Houston Texans in the next round. They got away with one because Aaron Rodgers was on his way out, and Pittsburgh Steelers run game couldn't carry them like the Houston Texans run game carried them. And the defense was still good until the later half of that game.
Yeah.
My takeaways from it, like he said, bro, I wouldn't trust Houston in the next round just because how inconsistent that offense is. You know, I mean, with CJ Stroud, the big thing has been, is he going to take care of the ball? Is he going to take care of the ball? And he showed you tonight. He ain't going to take care of the ball. Offensive line still really not blocking and protecting him. I mean, a lot of the mistakes that he had tonight was forced on himself, like stuff like looking away before he caught the snap. He had 2 of those.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like I think Pittsburgh they capped out. I think they went as far as they were going to go. You know what I'm saying? The way the offense looked, and your best receiver being DK, a receiver who really, I mean, shows you time and time again you can't rely on him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, really what you expected, more or less what you expected from that game.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all can see the chat or not on StreamYard, but Travis is saying that CJ Stroud seems like he can't really run. And then Drake joined the chat. So but yeah, I don't know if y'all can see the chat or not. So
Yeah, we can see it.
all right, okay. How about you, Tony? What's your takeaway on this game?
I mean, this was I don't know, man. This was kind of, obviously the Houstons are written all over it, but as everyone else said, CJ Stroud, he can't really be trusted in the next round here. I think he's going to struggle if he gets more pressure on defense, and yeah, the Houston's defense is impeccable this time. I can't see exactly. Travis said it perfectly. The Houston Texans defense really bailed out the offense. And
Yeah,
that's
The
perfect.
defense in the league.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the run game. Don't forget about the run game.
Yeah.
The run game was there as well. Yeah, it was
That
nice. Yeah.
run game was the only touchdown they scored offensively, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he might be out with that concussion, Travis.
Yeah, Travis, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And who did the Texans play next?
Let me see real quick.
Patriots? No.
No, they don't. Let's see real quick.
I think so, because Denver got the Bills.
Yeah, they were got the Bills.
They got the Patriots.
They do.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, Patriots, yeah.
The 18th.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if the Patriots defense is as good as Pittsburgh's defense. You know,
Might be a wash, but
Yeah. How about you, Jaden?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, it's kind of just more of the same that everybody else has been talking about. But, yeah, I think that, CJ Stroud the entire season has been up and down. I feel like he'll have a good game or a good stretch, and then, he'll go through a real bad game. But what I feel like is going to happen here is the Texans are going to come really hot off of this win and going into their next game. And I think in this next game that they played, I think it's going to probably hit them in the face. And I think the only thing that is going to save them is their run game. I don't think CJ Stroud is going to be able to pull them out of it. That and their defense. If their defense is able to pull them out of it too, but as far as anything else, I don't know if they have much more going for them for the rest of the season.
Yeah. That's a good point.
and as Travis said, if they don't got Nico Collins,
Yeah,
man,
that's going to be trouble.
it could get real tough for him. Because Christian Gonzalez. I mean, you don't got Nico Collins. Christian Gonzalez can really do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might take away on this game. I think that Aaron Rodgers played his last game in the NFL. He's a little bit washed up a little bit. I don't think Pittsburgh should resign him as a quarterback. I think since that Achilles injury that happened a couple years ago, it's been downhill for him, and this was probably his best chance to win since 2010. But I think it's still. I think, in my opinion, this team really made the playoffs. In my opinion, they look inconsistent all season. After a field goal, and I think Mike Tomlin should be probably. I think Mike Tomlin's a little overrated coach, a little bit, in my opinion, of all time. He only has one playoff win. The last playoff win he had was 2016, and that was like 10 years ago. So, but I agree with everything that y'all said. I think the Texans defense has looked really good all season. They're like Pro Football Focus has them rank third. So it wasn't because of their defense. I don't think they would be in the position they are in. So
Can we talk about that Mike Tomlin for a little bit?
yeah, I mean here's the deal. Here's why I say that. I think Mike Tomlin is he's a good coach, but I just think that the guy hasn't won a playoff game since I was 13, and that was like 10 years ago. I don't know. I think he's I think he's the first ballot Hall of Famer for sure as a coach, but I don't just think I think he's a little bit overrated.
Do you get any respect as NFL coach for doing a lot with a little?
I mean, probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
So okay.
I mean, the guy had. I think Big Ben was there for way too long too. Ben Roethlisberger.
He did a lot with a little.
He did, yeah. But
4 quarterbacks he's had have been washed up. I mean, you look at Ben Roethlisberger's last 5 years at Pittsburgh. Then he went to Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Still making the playoffs. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. I just think that
I understand where you're coming from, though.
Yeah, I just think that Pittsburgh has always been like that. Even with Terry Bradshaw, they've held their players for way too long, and they don't, and they kind of get a little bit washed up a little bit.
But I think that's the Pittsburgh brand of football. I
Yeah,
think it's more. I think it, and that's why I feel like Mark Tomlin's still there because it's a respect for what you've done for this organization.
yeah,
I just personally, I don't feel like you're going to get too many head coaches in NFL that's better than Mike Tomlin. I mean,
yeah,
Bill Belichick isn't in the NFL anymore.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. But moving on to another game, Jacksonville versus the Bills. Bills came out with a clutch interception and a clutch touchdown from Josh Allen. Bills won this game 27-24. But what's your takeaway on this game? And this is this the most? Also, another question is this the is Josh Allen the most pressured quarterback to win the championship?
We'll let you go first, Jaden, so you don't feel like your opinion watered down.
Yeah. I mean, overall takeaway, I mean, obviously it was a close game, but I think, you know, as far as Josh Allen goes, he's had big runs for like the last few years, but I feel like he's having, you know, the issue to close it out, and he'll make a deep playoff run, and then come close to the end of playoffs, he'll either have a complete washout game or, you know, something else happens. But I feel like for him this year, I feel like this would be a big game for him or a big season for him to, if nothing else, make it to the Super Bowl. But, you know, it'd be big for him to win it all.
You want to go, Tony?
Sure, I'll take this one. So I don't think this is his year personally. I think that I said this from the beginning, but I think that the Broncos will win the next game, and I think the Broncos are going to be in the Super Bowl personally. But as far as the Bills go, honestly, just Josh Allen, he's going to be there around. He's going to be there next season, and he's getting beat up every single play. I don't know how long he survives in Buffalo, but we will see. As far as the game went, I think he had an amazing game, and it's the typical Josh Allen, the true grit that we see from him. So, yeah.
Away from the game, from the Jacksonville Buffalo game. I mean, it was a good game, which you expected. I mean, the Jags is probably one of the hottest teams in the NFL coming into that game. And the Bills, I mean, to go what Tony says, I mean, into what Jaden says, Josh Allen has had some pretty good runs. And I mean, if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you could say if it wasn't for Patrick Mahomes, he'd be the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. That's my opinion. But with Josh Allen, I just feel he's a risk taker, man. He reminds me a lot of like he's just a risk taker, bro. He puts the ball in jeopardy a lot. I feel like with the Bills, and it showed with the Jacksonville last game, and it's the same thing that they ran into the last 2 years. I wouldn't say that Josh Allen is the problem. It's just play calling. You know what I'm saying? You get 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. It's QB sneak to the left, and you can go and check it. It's QB sneak to the left. Last year, QB sneak to the left. They ran it 7 or 8 times. I just feel like Buffalo doesn't have enough, and I feel like if they do get to the Super Bowl, it'll be Josh Allen dragging them to the Super Bowl. I mean, their defense shows up in moments, but in all, they don't have a great defense. I mean, you see Trevor Lawrence had all day to throw the ball. They were running the ball, receivers getting big plays downfield. I just feel like Buffalo got away with one. I just feel like Buffalo got away with one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Josh Allen he's an MVP until he's not, until you need him to be. I feel like he'll get past the Broncos because they got a young Bo Nix over there. I think it's his first playoff appearance. I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
His first year in the playoffs. He definitely has the best defense, I think. But other than that, I think Josh Allen himself will get them to the next level.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I think it was a weird situation for the Bills this game. Trevor Lawrence played amazing, and he just threw an interception, and Josh Allen ran down the clock and led them to victory.
Yeah.
But I think he's the second best quarterback behind Mahomes in my overall. I think it's Mahomes, then Josh Allen, then it's Lamar Jackson, and then from there. That's how I see it. I think this is probably his best chance to win Super Bowl because it's kryptonite. Patrick Mahomes ain't there, and this is his best chance. But I think it's probably the most pressure to win. But I don't think they'll go to Super Bowl. Even if they do go, they ain't gonna win because he has no number one receiver there. I mean, Keon Coleman has been inconsistent. Dawson Kincaid's he's been hurt all season a little bit banged up, and their defense is a little shaky too. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. At one point, I thought Jacksonville was gonna win this game, but all because he had a chance to win and then he threw an interception to seal the game. So, but yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it on this game. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Great quarterbacks do great things.
Yeah, I mean he's been unlucky. He's been unlucky. I mean last year, Dalton Kincaid dropped a pass that could have been Kansas City probably, and stuff like that. Even overtime, against Mahomes a few times in the playoffs. So, but any more thoughts on that game?
I mean, other than like I say, the play calling for Buffalo. Not saying that their play calling is bad or like they need a new play caller. When I say play calling, I'm talking about in those critical moments when you need a play. And I feel like going into Denver with a Sean Payton, an experienced coach, a great defensive-minded coach, you're not going to be able to just QB sneak me on 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to, like, for example, against Jacksonville. I mean, like, a big takeaway what people aren't paying attention to from the Jacksonville game is the ability Buffalo was able to win that game, being the number one rushing offense, not being able to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's talking about that as like I said, Buffalo, they've been able to figure it out this year, and I say, something in my gut tells me this is the window for Josh Allen. If he don't win it, if they don't get there this year, I mean, me personally, I just don't see them getting there ever again because Bo Nix is only going to get better. Drake May is only going to get better. You'd imagine the Colts are going to fill that spot eventually with the young team they have. Joe Burrow didn't play all year. And then Patrick Mahomes is going to be back. Ain't no telling Lamar. So I just feel like for Josh Allen, he's been so close every year. So close every year. And as much as, like you said, Dalton Kincaid, as much as people want to put the blame on one drop here or this field goal, I mean, you look at those games, Josh Allen has 3 turnovers, 4 turnovers. So, and I feel like that's another thing to pay attention to because that Josh Allen might show up in Denver. He might throw 2 picks and had 2 fumbles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think it's kind of a little bit like Peyton Manning a little bit early in his career, against Tom Brady and the Patriots. Eventually, you got to win the big one. I mean, I'll never get because I watch a little bit of clips still of old shows a little bit, and I know people. I mean, the media will kill Peyton Manning to lose against Tom Brady, but that's how I see it.
See, when I was growing up, bro, I was always under the impression that Peyton Manning was the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's top 3 of all time in my
I
book.
don't think Peyton Manning never faced the scrutiny of these quarterbacks today, but that's a different topic.
Yeah,
And that's a quarterback whose touchdown interception ratio is 2-1.
yeah, yeah,
Another
Yeah.
point that I just looked up: the Bills have plenty of injuries going into the next game.
Yeah.
yeah,
Allen is banged up.
Yeah, and I think also just like I was talking about how Josh Allen is a big risk taker, but I feel like in the playoffs, I feel like you can't be taking those risks, especially in high pressure moments. Like you need to have more secure, stable plays instead of like you're saying the QB sneak to the left. You can't just run that every time and expect to blow past him every time and make your way down the field.
And that's what happened to him last year. They
Yeah.
kept trying, and it just. And when I say he's a risk taker, I'm not saying that in any good way.
Right.
I'm not saying like, oh, it's good to be. I'm just saying that's just how he plays. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a quarterback like that, you got to live what come with it. I mean, if a lot of time.
Sorry, he agreed with you in the chat. Shout out
Yeah.
to the chat.
Yeah, that's my fault. I got caught up in what Travis was saying. Travis speaking fact. Buffalo's offensive weapons don't seem to be big enough. I'd agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
They should have got something in the trade deadline, but they didn't do anything.
And how full circle though was it that Tre'Davious White got the ceiling interception though? That's
Yeah.
a full circle
Yeah.
moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's full circle.
Yeah, that was.
That's
Yeah, after that, I'm like, yeah, that game is over. They ended the game right there and there. So, moving on to another game that happened yesterday. So, as a Cowboys fan, I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate both of these teams because of the rivalries that happened in the past with the '90s and Joe Montana and then the Eagles.
gotta let it go.
But Niners won this game, 23-19. Brock Purdy had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hurts had 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. So, me, myself, and also Nick Rankin, my main the other co-host on this podcast, have been very critical of both quarterbacks in the past. Nick thinks that he's overrated. So do I. Me and Nick think that Brock Purdy is not Mr. Elite like people say he is. But what is something that Brock Purdy proved on Sunday? What do y'all think about this game as a whole?
With Brock, and I'm gonna just take the flow because I'm an Eagles fan. Like I said, everybody say Jalen.
Eagles fan, man, come on, man.
Everybody say Jalen Hurts is overrated. He got a Super Bowl. There's a bunch of first ballot Hall of Famers that don't got one. So what
Yeah.
you get there, you can't be overrated and make it there 2 times.
Yeah,
Brock Purdy, I mean, to me, Brock Purdy just does what he's always done, man. He just proves everybody wrong. Everybody
Yeah.
say he's overrated. Everybody say he does this, he can't do that. He just proved everybody wrong. So, I mean, every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, he proved everybody wrong. He didn't done it the last, 3 years?
yeah,
Prove everybody wrong. So, I mean, no, he don't got the biggest arm. No, he's not the fastest guy. But I know you may want to put a QB spy out there on him because he can run. He can do those stuff. And he's another quarterback who's doing what he's doing without his best receiver. Brandon Ayuk hasn't played for them all year. You know what I'm saying? And I just and Kyle Shanahan definitely has a lot to do with Brock Purdy is able to show us every Sunday. But I'd say that it's just not everybody can do it, because if anybody could do it, a lot of quarterbacks would have been to a Super Bowl like Brock Purdy's done. A lot of quarterbacks that would have been to 2 divisional championship games like Brock. He just proved people wrong. I mean, love him or hate him, he get the job done. What did that Al Davis used to say? Win, baby, win. However you get done, let's just win. And he do it. And I mean, you might look at it and he might be having a quiet game. At the end of the game, he done threw for 300 on your ass, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Brock Purdy, I mean, he's even, uh, you know, yeah, they didn't have George Kittle. I mean, like Travis said,
Mhm.
and they're still not going to have him. But I think he this season has been able to, make do with what he has and work his way around the injuries. And I think that him being able to do that, I think it'll definitely help him throughout the rest of the season. And I think that, I mean, he's still got CMC in the game, so I mean that'll be a big weapon for them for the rest of the season. So I think they got a good shot. I think that Brock Purdy will be able to take them, the next few rounds, but we'll see what happens about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Josh, Josh Jennings was balling too the other night. Whoever that is,
Josh,
Yeah, Jordan Jennings. Yeah.
he was balling last
Yeah.
night. Like I said, he just make it happen.
I'm not sure about their chances of winning the next game though. I'm not gonna lie. Without George
Yeah,
Kittle.
they all can destroy them.
Who they play?
The Seahawks.
The
Seahawks.
See,
Seahawks.
but Sam Darnold, no matter what he did in the regular season, the last image I have of Sam Darnold is what he did last year.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, went out there, laid that goose egg. No telling.
Yeah.
Tell him what he'll go out there and do, man.
That's true.
But
Yeah.
I do agree with what you said. I don't know how they'll look against Seattle because their defense and they're a team with it. Even as good as Christian McCaffrey is, they're a team who they run the ball to throw the ball.
Yeah, it's gotta be balanced.
Yeah, they don't run the ball to run the ball. They run the ball to throw the ball. So
Yeah. How about you, Tony?
Brock Purdy, I mean, I don't really have much to say about him. He did very well. He did pretty well against the Eagles defense, which is highly ranked. I think he is more so just a typical standard quarterback. I mean, I will give him his flowers in this game. He did have some big moments. He also had some losses as well, but he ended up winning the game, and that's kind of what he has done in the past, and we'll see what he does against the Seahawks next weekend.
fair.
How about you, David?
What I think about Brock Purdy or what I think about the upcoming game?
Yeah, both in this game too.
So what I think about Brock Purdy, he's not irrelevant anymore.
Definitely.
He's still managing the game, just like they hate that he can do every game, every big game. He's big as well, pause. But yeah, he lives up to the moment.
Yeah.
Like I said though, the upcoming game is just might be too much for him. The Seahawks defense.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, the reason why me and Nick Rankin had Brock Purdy overrated because we looked at Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo and Kyle Shanahan's offense. I think Kyle Shanahan has the best offensive mind probably ever. Even though he blew a 28-3 comeback against the Patriots and whatnot, but other than that, he has offensive mind. And we looked at Jimmy Garoppolo, and look at him. And then when he left the Niners, he looks like crap basically. And Brock Purdy, though, I will admit, without Brandon Ayuk, without George Kittle's, he's been playing amazing last 6 games of the regular season. But I think the biggest factor of the Niners' offense is CMC, because I think CMC is the best running back in the NFL overall. He means more to that team than any running back in the NFL right now. So, Brock Purdy, he played good. He torched the Eagles defense with Jalen Carter, and that defense was really good. The Eagles defense was really good all season with Jalen Carter and the secondaries and a good D line too. But so one more question: do you think that AJ Brown will leave the Eagles. I know that people are speculating that a little bit. I know he's kind of called out on Instagram. His username is I am always open, Twitter and whatnot. So do y'all think he will leave the Eagles?
I think as a Philly fan, I think we should look at shopping them, but I don't think you give them away if you can't get anything in return. I mean, you look at all the great receivers; they were all divas. That's what comes with having a dude of that caliber. I mean, like I said, with everything he brings, I definitely would try to replace him, but replace him with what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely can't trade down.
Yeah, I definitely think we get rid of him this summer, but I just feel like, what do you trade him for? You know what I'm saying? Like he said, trade down, and now you don't have that. You need, like, we're in NFL, in a generation of NFL where you need a target such as AJ, like a big target.
Yeah, sure.
You need a big target, and I mean, you get rid of AJ Brown, I just don't know who you get that's not locked up, you know?
Yeah.
I agree. I feel like you do need a big target in the NFL, but you want him to be a sure-handed target. So trading AJ Brown, the value you'll get back from him, I don't know. It might not match
we paying him $100 million.
Yeah, it does.
A little more, probably like 120, 110.
Yeah.
And drops is one of his biggest issues.
He dropped a big one last night. He dropped a couple big ones yesterday. He's not a sure-handed receiver. I'm not saying he's a sure-handed receiver, but DK get paid exceptional. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I mean, like I said, you get rid of him. You have to have a red zone target. You have to have a fade ball target. I just know who you get for him if we were to just get rid of him.
Yeah. How about you, Tony?
I mean, they get rid of him. Number one target becomes Devontae Smith, most likely.
Yeah.
Can he do everything? I don't. Technically yes, but I don't see him doing all the tasks that you need him to do. And like he says, who do you trade him for? Another big target, obviously, but I mean, I would say Jalen Hurts needs Devontae Smith in a way. I hate to say it, but he might need him.
What do you mean by need Devontae Smith?
I just don't think that Jalen Hurts can make some deep, big throws.
You mean AJ Brown?
Yeah, he needs AJ Brown.
Oh, he needs that.
Okay. You're throwing me for a loop right there.
I'm sorry if I said Devontae. He needs Devontae.
No, you're
Smith.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs an AJ Brown. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think AJ's gonna leave no matter what. I don't think he's really happy with Philly. And I think it's on him and Nick Sirianni a lot. I think Sirianni should be fired, but it shows. It kind of showed this season too. They looked kind of inconsistent all season. With their first game against the Cowboys, if CeeDee Lamb catches those passes, who knows what's going to happen, and Dak Prescott kind of out. He could have. I don't know. That's how I see it. I think that's just how I see it, man. I think who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what could have happened?
First of all, let me say this: Sirianni doesn't call offensive plays, so firing him because our offense looks inconsistent, that's not on him. I feel like, you go through and you look at it, we've had 3 offensive coordinators in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big problem. And AJ Brown, there's definitely some frustration. So I do feel like you move on from him, but to get rid of a coach who just won a Super Bowl, that don't even sound logical.
Yeah.
He just won a Super Bowl. He's been to 2 and 3 years. 2 and 3. I mean, I don't think he's a bad coach. I feel like we need consistency with our play callers. Like even defensively, we started the season off shaky defensively when we had Adoree Jackson. And I mean, a lot of it has to do with Jalen Hurts as well. I mean, if you had a more accurate quarterback, a lot of the stuff that AJ Brown is frustrated with, he wouldn't be frustrated. But like I said, once again, I just don't see you getting rid of a quarterback who just won a Super Bowl. I mean, there's
Yeah.
better quarterbacks than Jalen Hurts for sure.
Yeah. The one thing that Nick Rankin, my other coach, he says that, it kind of reminds him of Troy Aikman a little bit. Because in his eyes, he thinks that, and Rich is a good point too, he's probably the worst out of the big three. Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin were the primary playmakers on that team besides Troy. And Troy's probably the third of the last, so he compares Jalen Hurts to Troy Aikman a little bit.
But the Cowboys got 3 Super Bowls with Troy Aikman.
Yeah, and they said that well, Nick's argument is that without Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin, he doesn't get 3.
Without Michael Irvin, without Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin ain't Michael Irvin.
I mean, I don't know. He was good in Miami though.
We've never seen Michael Irvin with another quarterback, so
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So, moving on to another game, we have the Patriots versus the Chargers. This was kind of a weird game. It was a good defensive battle, and the whole game. So what you're taking on this game, and what can the Patriots do to make a run to the championship? Whoever wants to go first.
I feel like the Patriots. I just feel like they're young, quarterback, defense. I mean, they have a great team. Don't get me wrong. They, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't say they strutted their muscle on the Chargers. They struggled with the Chargers. I mean, their offense struggled with the Chargers. They scored a lot in the second half, making it look like a bigger blowout than it originally was. I just feel like with the Patriots, I feel like it's the same Patriots team it's always been. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take what you give them, and we're gonna lean on our defense. They got a good young quarterback who they're very confident in. They're another team that doesn't have a true number one receiver. So I mean, I feel like for them to make a run and get to the Super Bowl, they're going to run into Denver. I feel like who has great defensive backs. I feel like them playing running into the Texans. They're running into it. They'll again be running into a great defense. And I'm not saying Drake May is a fraud or anything like that. I'm just saying we finna see. That's all I'm gonna say. We finna see. Because I don't think he's had to deal with what he's about to deal with to the magnitude of what he's about to deal with.
Yeah.
Because you look at last night, he's throwing a lot of out routes, and the running back break him for 40, break him for 50. That's not Drake May, you know. And I just don't feel like the Houston Texans are going to allow those big plays like that. I feel like they're going to make him throw balls in tight windows, throw the ball under pressure. And like I said, we just going to see. Everybody knows. Yeah, I mean, I'd hope everybody knows with the Chargers. By now, you know what the Chargers with Justin Herbert, you know what they're going to do. 3 years in a row, you know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say the Houston Texans defensive line is going to just pressure the young Drake May until he just can't. Just like they pressured Aaron Rodgers today. He got sacked one time just trying to by his own lineman, like a butt sack. Like that's how that the rush was going. I think they'll just rush him the whole game.
Yeah. How about you, Tony or Jaden?
Go ahead, Jaden.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like the Patriots will. I think they'll pull through the next game, or pull through the next game. I honestly, personally, don't see them going all the way. I just don't think that, I haven't seen. I mean, they've played good, but I haven't seen enough to see them have the potential to go all the way. That's just me.
Easiest
But
schedule in the league.
what's that?
I said they had the easiest schedule in the league.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they didn't have anything that was like, oh, they might lose this game. Like going into the game, you already knew they were going to win. So, I don't see the potential for them to go all the way. I think they might pull through the next game, but we'll see what happens. But I just don't think I haven't seen enough from them that's wowed me, if you want to call it that, to be like they're gonna go all the way.
Like I just don't feel like they have enough weapons. Like
Yeah, exactly.
wow. Like wow.
Yeah.
Besides Drake May, the way he's playing, you'll be like, wow.
Mhm.
Deion Henderson, pretty excited.
And Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, I think Texans will probably beat the Patriots next week. This upcoming weekend. So I mean this team is kind of weird a little bit. The Patriots, they had an easy schedule. I agree with that. But props to Drake May though for giving this team hope for in the future.
Yeah.
I hope because without Belichick and Brady, people are looking down on them. So props to Drake May though, but I think next week we'll have a big test for him and see what he really is capable of. So, I mean, I don't think they're gonna win next week, but we'll have to find out.
It'll be a good game. I'm not
Yeah.
going to extent to say that they'll lose because looking at just like you look at CJ Stroud and CJ Stroud's the same way. I mean, as good as that defense played tonight, if that defense don't come up with those two takeaways, Pittsburgh's still in that game. You know what I'm saying? And Drake May doesn't turn the ball over to that magnitude. But like I said, he ain't seen the Houston Texans. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been pressured like that as well. So, but
Yeah,
I feel like that'll be one of the more interesting games next week.
yeah, and I think it will be because Mike Vrabel was a former Patriot. He knows the Patriot way. He knows what it takes to become a Patriot and win. So it'll be a big test for the Patriots next week. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. So we got another playoff game happen Saturday night. The Bears beat the Green Bay Packers, came back from 15 unanswered points, something like that. What did y'all take away on this game, and how far can Caleb Williams lead this Bears team? Everyone's going first.
I got the Bears going all the way.
I'll let Tony take the floor on this one. That's his
Yeah, I got the Bears going all the way. Love Caleb Williams. He started out the game really shaky, and some may have counted him out for it, but he came back and he showed exactly the same type of play that he showed at USC in my mind. He went out there and he went crazy. But I'm a Caleb Williams fan, so I could glaze him all day. But obviously, the Packers also, it looks like they kind of ran out of some steam there at the end on defense. They had one touchdown in the fourth quarter. And, a lot of people say that Jordan Love could have had a concussion because of how he went down before the half. But Jordan Love still looked like Jordan Love, and I'm not gonna give him a crutch for that. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Caleb Williams.
Wait, what makes Caleb Williams so special to you? What do you like about him?
It's just the magic when he's on the field. Like he reminds me of a Patrick Mahomes or a Josh Allen in a way. Like he has that type of play style. Like you won't see it until a little later, but this is a little bit of remnants of it. I promise. Just believe.
I don't see Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen in him. I'll let you go, Jaden. I couldn't let that go. I couldn't let that.
I mean, he kind of reminds me a little bit of Aaron Rodgers when he throws sometimes. Not gonna lie.
Like that. I could agree with that. Arm talent.
Yeah.
I can agree with arm talent. He's a very talented quarterback throwing the ball.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. I could agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, even, they say Jordan Love had a concussion, maybe possibly. That doesn't explain why they gave up the points to make him lose.
Yeah.
25 in the fourth.
Yeah. But I mean, I think, this is only Caleb Williams' second playoff run. And I think, he did look a little shaky in the beginning, but I think he's starting to, really settle in and, I feel like he's starting to really get more comfortable as the games go on. And, for whatever happened to the Packers defense at the end of the game, I don't know, but I think the Bears were still able to pull it off, and I think Caleb Williams he had 361 yards that game, so
Yeah.
I feel like he was a big part about the reason they won that game, on top of their defense, obviously. But
I'm one of those guys. When I watched that game, I like to say that Green Bay lost that game more than Chicago won it.
yeah,
I'm not taking anything away from Caleb Williams. He had an exceptional game. Let's not forget he threw 2 interceptions, though. Everybody forgetting that. But it must have just passed me by. I watched the whole game, but I didn't see a hit where it looked like Jordan Love had a concussion, or I wasn't under the impression that he had a concussion. I just feel like that's typical Jordan Love, and that's typical this year's Green Bay Packers team. How many games have they lost in the fourth quarter this year? How many games has their offense not shown up in the second half this year? And Jordan Love's another one of those quarterbacks who's, in all honesty, I feel like he played an exceptional game. You take away a couple of drops, you know what I'm saying? If we're talking about a different game, you take away a couple of drops. But I feel like to backdoor on the Bears, I feel like if the Bears come out like they did yesterday, that'll be the end of their year. Caleb Williams played great. Green Bay hasn't been known to have a great defense. I think there was a stat since Micah Parsons got hurt, they were second in pass rush, and now they're like 28th or 20 something, 28th, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like it's not like we were looking at a Green Bay team that had a good defense. I just feel like Chicago, who was shooting themselves in the foot early on in the game. And moving forward, Chicago has to play San Fran?
I think so. Let me look real quick.
I feel like with Chicago having to play San Fran and TJ Edwards
I'm playing the Rams.
Playing the Rams with TJ Edwards getting hurt, I feel like that'll be difficult because the Rams do a lot of bunch set, which makes that linebacker has to guard it. And Matt Stafford's not a dumb quarterback. So I feel like the Bears have a decent defense, but you don't look at the Bears defense like that's a defense that's going to win us a football game. You know what I'm saying? They're a cohesive team. They play off the backs of each other. As we seen yesterday, when the offense is playing good, the defense rallies behind them. When the defense plays good, the offense rallies behind them. So I think it'll be interesting, man. I like I like the Ben Johnson. I like the Ben Johnson head coach, the offensive coordinator. He just when you just look at the way they run the ball different. Like their blocking rules. He reminds me a lot of a Kyle Shanahan, so it'll be a good game.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, for me on this game, I think back to Killer Williams for a second. You know, I worked somewhere. I ain't gonna disclose the name at all because I don't want to make them famous. Jaden knows who they are. People were calling Killer Williams a bust last year in his rookie year, and I thought that was kind of blasphemy because Matt Eberflus is probably the worst coach ever. I mean, look at the Cowboys this year. He was defensive coordinator, and they were dead last in defense. So it's kind of he was put in a bad spot last season. This season as a whole, though, he's been spectacular. He's proven his hype a little bit, and Ben Johnson's a heck of a coach. And you know, Jordan Love had a good game, but their defense, like you mentioned, you know, since Micah Parsons has been out, they haven't won a game at all since Micah's been out. You know, they had a chance to win it a few times towards the end of the season, and they blew it. And even week 16 against the Bears on Fox, I think the week of Christmas, you know, like they blew a lead. They had a chance and they blew it. So I think the Bears could make the run for the money. Probably, I think they actually could. You know, the Rams look shaky all year. The Rams, people had the Rams winning it all. They looked shaky yesterday. We'll get to that game in a second, but they were kind of inconsistent yesterday against the Panthers. And the Seahawks, you know, people don't trust Sam Darnold. And Caleb Williams, though, he's proven his hype. You know, he's had a heck of a game. You know, he has good number. He has good receivers on the outside and good running. They also have a good running game too. So yeah, that's how I see this game. But any more thoughts on that game? No. So one more thing on that game real quick. What does the Packers need to do to contend for the NFC? In y'all's opinion,
I feel like if they go get a receiver one, get a receiver one, will be good. Because I mean, you look at it, Dobbs is their receiver one right now. Like I said, it's Dobbs. Dobbs is receiver. Christian Watson is who you'd want to be receiver one.
On paper,
Christian Watson is who you want to be receiver one, but he just drops the ball too much. He drops, and then this year he wasn't healthy enough. But I just feel like if they go get a big target, I feel like Green Bay's right. I feel like Green Bay's there may be one or two pieces away. I mean, you can't simulate you know it as a Cowboys fan. You can't simulate the missing Micah Parsons. There's nothing you can do about that. Micah Parsons, if not one of the best pass rushers in the league at his position. And then what? You just picked up Diggs. You had him for like 2 weeks, and I don't know if you paid attention, but he didn't play the second half. I guess they didn't like what he was doing or what. But I feel like you get him out there and he get comfortable with those guys out there. I feel like they're and if they get a safety, I feel like they need a safety. The Nixon cat and whoever number 33 is, I feel like I just feel like that's their weakness on their defense is their safety position.
Yeah. I think give them some time, and they're still a young team. Mm-hmm. I think they're still a young team. They're coming. So another game happened yesterday afternoon. The Rams beat the Carolina Panthers. Matthew Stafford had a game-winning drive. He threw 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bryce Young played pretty good too. He's 1-1. So what's y'all's takeaway on this game, and can the Rams represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? Whoever wants to go first.
Who they play next? The Bears?
Yeah.
The Rams are explosive, man. I'll let somebody else go first.
I think they have a chance. Stafford's gonna give him a chance, honestly, with his arm. I don't think the Bears are much of a challenge for them, honestly. I'm not impressed with the Bears, me personally. Sorry, Tony. Caleb Williams doesn't really impress me. He threw two picks last game. I think he'll throw 3 this game.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, the Rams are a healthy team. I mean, they have basically all their starters out there. I mean, as far as going all the way, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think like Travis said earlier, I feel like this whole like playoff season is kind of a toss-up. But there's not really a defined teams that's like they're going all the way. It's gonna be down to the last few games before we really can see who's going anywhere.
I like it. It's interesting.
Yeah,
It's very interesting.
Very interesting playoffs. Very most interesting playoffs we've seen in a while.
Competitive.
You want to go, Tony?
I mean, I don't really have much to add here. You guys know who I think's gonna win, but
You're gonna go
I mean,
and win it.
oh yeah, I got the Bears going all the way.
Why? What do you
It's really no real logical like no logic to it other than
No, for
I
real.
really want to see Caleb Williams in a Super Bowl,
I know
whether they win or not.
I know you
Honestly.
want to see Caleb Williams win a Super Bowl, but why do you think Chicago has enough to get there?
I
Is it
think
defense.
as the only thing that's standing in their way right now, I believe, is Seattle, and Seattle has everything that you need to win. And like I said, I really believe that it can be a toss-up other than the game of Seattle, but I think the Bears defense could come through here and make some plays for the offense potentially, as well as a miracle can happen for Caleb as well, because we have seen miracles happen from him multiple times. And this is just me being a fan, but that's my ultimate opinion on that subject.
Yeah.
I'll go last, Trey.
Okay. I think they can represent his team in the NFC as a whole. I think in my opinion, he's the MVP of the NFL with 46 touchdowns. You know, spectacular season from him. I think this team has the best defense, second best defense in the NFL behind the Texans. They're complete. They have Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams still there. Sean McVay is a heck of a coach. You know, I'm a big Sean McVay fan.
And the tight end.
I mean, they have a good tight end. They have a complete roster, you know. So
And
I think the team can probably go all the way. To me, this is my team to go all the way and win it all too.
No
This is my team to go all the way and win it
no
all.
scratches on the defense, offense, or special teams.
Yeah, yeah, they're good. I mean, beginning of the season, they look a little shaky on special teams, but they got it together, and they win ball games when it matters most.
I think the Rams could represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I think they can because it's, like I said, they're just so explosive, man. And then having a Puka Nacua and having a DT, and then they can run the ball.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback like Matt Stafford too, who, I mean, when you get out there against them dudes, who do you double? You know, with Devontae Adams being Devontae Adams and Puka doing what he's doing, who do you double? So that makes the game easy for the tight ends. It also makes the game easy for the running backs. And man, they're just so explosive. Matt Stafford has always been Matt Stafford. The way he's playing this year, like you said, bro, MVP. I just don't. There's no way he doesn't win MVP. The way he's played this year, and on the defensive side of the ball, that they just fly around, man. They're not. It's not like they lead the league in turnovers or they lead the league in any. They get it done. they're able to hold teams to less points than their offense is able to score. It's hard to win games when the Rams what? Look it up. The Rams average maybe 30, 28 points a game this year. 30 something. They were scoring the ball a lot this year. I just feel like they're too explosive. And we've seen they averaged 30 a game this year. We've seen them down. We've seen them fighting behind. We've seen them have bad games this year. And even in their bad games, man, they still come away with 300 offensive yards. It's just, I just feel like the Rams, I feel like the Rams are serious. Carolina tested them, but I feel like Carolina tested them because no one gave Carolina a shot, including themselves. I feel like they rolled the ball out there and thought that we just get it done. And it's hard to just turn it back on when you know what I'm saying? You can't just turn it on like, all right, we finna play for real. And I feel like that's what happened with Carolina. If they come out there like that against Chicago, we might have an interesting game. But I feel like if they come out there and play the brand of football that they played majority of the year, I don't think it'll be close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, to pivot that, Carolina, they put a good game. They kind of put the Rams on hold a little bit. Well, how many years can you give Carolina their respect? You know, like how long do you think they can contend for the NFC? How many years do you think you can give them?
I'd say 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 2 to 4, before you start thinking about moving on from Bryce Young. I feel like they have pieces. You know what I'm saying? That defense has been pretty good for a couple of years in a row. That defense isn't real bad. They just don't have a real identity. You know, one week they might run for 200. You know what I'm saying? Like I got their running back on my fantasy, and he maybe 2 weeks this year he rushed for maybe 187. He rushed for 2 on the Cowboys. He rushed for 187. Yeah, you know it. He rushed for 187. And then you have games where Bryce Young might throw for 3, 4. And then you got games where Bryce Young might throw for 1. You know what I'm saying? He might throw for 100 yards. He might throw for 150. I just feel like they don't have a true identity. Once they find their franchise coach, I feel like that's where they are right now. Is trying to find a franchise coach to give them an identity. So, I mean, I feel like, let me say it like this. When they find their identity, I say 2 or 3 years. But if they never find their identity, I mean, they could be that Carolina team forever, you know. Especially with how bad that division was this year. It's not like they were a good team in general. It was just a bad division.
Yeah, the NFC South is the weird division to be in it, and that's a weird position. I'd probably give him 2 or 3 years too. You know, I find it kind of weird that Rico Dowdle played terrible with the Cowboys, but the Carolina's been playing spectacular. So
Y'all ain't
I don't know. I don't know if it's the Cowboys or just people or just the players when they leave. I don't know what it is.
Rico Dowdle, by the end of the year, he had rushed for down 1,000 for them. Yeah, I ain't giving the ball to the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's what happened in Dallas. Y'all ain't decided to give him the ball to the end of the year.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. That's we had a stupid coach, but Mike McCarthy, who was offensive genius, basically, apparently. But
how Rico Dowdle sucked in.
I don't know, man. It's either the Cowboys or we didn't use them right. One or two.
It's the organization.
Yeah,
I feel like it's y'all's owner, man, Jerry Jones. No matter who the head coach is, Jerry Jones is the head coach out there.
Yeah, I agree. But how about y'all? How about the rest of y'all? How many years y'all give the Panthers?
I think me personally, Bryce Young earned himself a couple more years with this season. Prior to this season, he did not. He was walking on eggshells. But yeah, he threw 3,000 yards this season. He also threw the most interceptions he ever threw, but he also threw for 3,000 yards, which is the most he ever did. So I think he earned himself 2 or 3. So I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just as well. I think he earned himself a few more years to kind of
Yeah.
prove himself a little better.
Yeah, and the question in the comments, someone said, "Who's the GOAT, Jordan or Braun?" We'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna ask that when we get the NBA because we need Nick Rankin on a podcast. If Nick Rankin's out there, if you're listening, quit ducking, bro. Quit ducking us, bro. Especially quit ducking Nick Rankin. You know who you are, bro. Don't be ducking, bro. This just happens every week, guys, but majority part. But we'll see what happens. But we'll get to that in a second.
What Travis is saying, I feel you when you say they have their offense, but I wouldn't say they have their offense. Rico Dowdle played good, but I wouldn't say he's a running back you're looking to pair with Bryce Young, if that makes any sense. And Tatario McMillan, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a receiver one. He was a receiver one this year, but I feel like he's still young, man, and you see that in his routes. Like he drifts upfield a lot, slant routes. DBs get hands on him a lot. He's not aggressive. He's not strong, and I feel like that's stuff that'll come with time because he's about 6'5".
Yeah.
He has a frame to fill in, but I feel like Xavier Legette. I mean, I think Xavier Legette's ceiling is probably higher than McMillan. They're both big receivers. I can see why you say they have their offense, but I just feel like they're two or three pieces away offensively, and I feel like that defense is pretty secure. They could use a good edge rusher. And then they don't have anybody that, like, this year. Didn't they have what's his name that played for Seattle? Trevor Lockett, wasn't he there? Wasn't he one of the Carolina's receivers this year?
I think
Cameron Renfro. They just like they're just a couple pieces away. Like Legette and McMillan, they're not receivers that you can just throw it to that's gonna go pick up 6, pick up 10 real quick. And I feel like they're missing that with the way Bryce Young plays, because Bryce Young he's a systematic quarterback. I'm not saying that he's not good. But I just feel like he has a style that he likes to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bryce Young really doesn't like to he doesn't like to pull it down and run. You know, he doesn't like to do that. He really doesn't like to throw the ball deep. So I feel like that, like I said, I just feel like it's just little tweaks. Like if they could, not Tyreek Hill exactly, but if they could find a guy like Tyreek Hill to get those DBs to back up a little bit, because if you look at them now, I mean, dudes are in those receivers' faces because they don't have a receiver that can, you know what I'm saying, in space. They don't have an in space guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Tony? What's your thoughts?
You know, man, I really don't have much to say on that point. I do have to go though. It's getting late for me.
Yeah, no worries, man.
I really appreciate you having me on the show, and thank you, Trey. Nice to meet you, Jordan. See you, Ola and Dalen.
Well, yeah. But moving on to more topics out there. Jim Harbaugh is fired from the Ravens. So it happened sometime last week.
Mm-hmm.
So what do the Ravens need to get to the championship? I know they've been short. I know Lamar Jackson was kind of a little bit on him. This season looking consistent with Derrick Henry fumbling the football regular in the beginning of the season. So what do the Ravens need as a head coach wise?
I don't feel like Baltimore I don't feel like they're I don't feel like they're peace shy or they're talent shy. I don't feel like that's been their problem. I don't feel like it's been coaching. I just unlucky, man. They're just unlucky. I feel like with the team they have, depending on what Lamar Jackson shows up next year, I feel like you can just about almost put any coach in that job,
Yeah.
and he'll be at least decent because they over the last years, Baltimore, they've built that team up, man. They're just unlucky, man. Just very unlucky between injuries and kicks and drops here and there. I mean, and it's not drops from, you know what I'm saying? It'd be different if it was like we talking about injuries, as in that game you need Lamar Jackson, Mike Andrews not playing, and it'd be different if we talking about drops with my best receivers not playing. We talking about drops to my best targets. You know what I'm saying? We talking about missed field goals from the best kickers that ever kicked the football in the NFL. I just feel like they're just unlucky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think this was I don't think the Ravens necessarily had a coaching issue, and I don't think they had an all-around skill issue because, I mean, the Ravens are a solid team. I mean, especially when they have Lamar Jackson. I just think that, like you were saying, they just get unlucky. They'll have really solid stretch of games, or they'll have a really good game, and then they'll have just a really bad game. And so I think just some consistency. I think if they can gain some consistency, I think they'd have some better luck there.
Yeah, I think it'd be good if they establishing like identity with their offense, because it's like I said, just unlucky. But at the same time, it's like Lamar Jackson doesn't really. I'm not gonna say he doesn't really get it done, but the offense just doesn't really work in his favor in like big games, I would say.
Nah, you said it right. It's not his offense don't work in his favor. It's Lamar Jackson don't get it done. It's as simple as that. I mean, you could put him on the same pedestal as everybody puts Josh Allen.
Yeah.
When you look at those games, I mean, they'll be a drop away from winning it.
Yeah.
Or a field goal away from going to 2 or 3 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? But you also go and look at those games, and those are games where Lamar Jackson has senseless turnovers. 3 or 4 are like he just not on his money throwing the ball. He decide this game I ain't gonna run the ball. I just want to throw all day. I just feel, and not like I say, I hate to just point the finger at LJ, but I feel like a big consumption of their problem is him. So I feel like if they go get a true quarterback coach, that could help him. But I just feel like you can't, like he said, consistency. If you're gonna be a running quarterback and that's what we're gonna do, and this is what we got here, and you was the MVP, I need you to be that Lamar Jackson when it's 3rd and 1 against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't need you to be trying to be Tom Brady or nobody out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to be the same Lamar Jackson all the time. And
Yeah.
the big problem with Lamar Jackson is some games he get out there and he decide, I want to throw the ball and I don't want to run tonight, or I want to run tonight and I don't want to throw.
Yeah.
And that leads to stuff like fumbles in the pocket, interceptions, and it's just it. And I love Lamar Jackson, but I just feel a lot of it has to do with his inconsistency at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
And I think
Go ahead.
I think also just with him, I feel like he uses his ability to run as a bailout a little too often. It's good that he can run and pick up those extra yards, but I mean, that leaves him more vulnerable to injury, leaves him more vulnerable to a potential turnover. It's great that he can run, but I feel like, if that's his only bailout, I feel like he needs to, readdress that and, see if there's ways to work around, running the ball all the time.
Learn ways to not run. Like I get exactly like that. Like scramble,
Yeah, exactly.
not running the run, but run the scramble and get the ball upfield.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times he does that and it's just too late. Like he'll be at the line of scrimmage trying to throw the ball. It's like, bro, you got to run it now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
It
just
waits too long.
it's awareness. It's just like it's a bunch of small stuff with him, a bunch of small stuff at the quarterback position. If we trying to win a Super Bowl, I feel like it's a lot of things he has to clean up,
Yeah.
and they all. I just don't like that there is always like, well, this player this or they missed the kick or this. When I got a 2-time, 3-time NFL MVP, I shouldn't be talking about my kicker missing a field goal to a 9-7 Pittsburgh team. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't come down to that. I shouldn't be talking about a receiver. I shouldn't be talking about a receiver dropping a pass, and my quarterback got 3 fumbles.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I don't think this was a smart move from the Ravens because y'all made good points. I don't think it's on Harbaugh. This season their defense has been kind of banged up all season. Lamar Jackson was kind of out for the majority of the season too after he pulled his hamstring, which is unfortunate because I have my fantasy team and he screwed me. That my team was screwed after that. But I think Lamar Jackson, it's mainly on him too. It's kind of like a little bit, kind of like what people were criticizing LeBron early in his career. Like he couldn't get it done in the big moments, and then he got it done. So I think against Mahomes, he's been playing terrible. He's like 0-3, and against Mahomes in the playoffs, he can't win the game when it matters most. And y'all have Derrick Henry for a reason. Give the ball to him more often, and they didn't do that.
Top of that, and then to piggyback on the Derrick Henry situation, Derrick Henry lost in 3 games this year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the beginning of the season. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So there's a bunch of things that you can go back, and then if they had 2 chances to beat Pittsburgh, you beat Pittsburgh in one of those games. We got a different game. We about a different situation for Harbaugh. I don't think the Harbaugh firing was him as a coach. I think it was just a new voice, and I could see how a new voice would benefit them. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got players in here who's been here 5 years, and it's like shit, he keeps saying the same thing every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same result. That's not saying that it's on him as a coach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's still not saying that it's on him as a coach.
Yeah, and maybe that new voice may come in and clean up those things that we were talking about, Lamar Jackson.
Clean them up, or let's get rid of this player.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Clean them up, or let's get rid of this player, and let's go over here.
Yeah,
however that looks, that's how it looks. But when you get rid of a coach, that's like getting rid of Mike Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? You getting rid of a generational coach.
Yeah, that's a good point. So more news out of the NFL. Mike McDaniels was far from Miami. So what does Miami really need? I know Tua's been concussed. He probably has CTE probably. Tyreek Hill is out with his ACL. He looked happy when he got hurt. He was out that he was hurt. So what does Miami really need? Because he had potential to become great, but what does Miami need to do in the future?
I feel like with Miami, man, I feel like give them a year with a good quarterback, and then let's revisit that question. You know what I'm saying? Even in Tua's best years in Miami, he wasn't just a great quarterback. And I've always said this about Tua. He's not a quarterback who goes out there and impresses you with throws or smart reads. He's a quarterback who throws the ball to a specific spot. So it's almost like he can do what he does with the blindfold. That's how I feel about Tua. It's not like he's making – so it's hard to say what they need because over there, I feel like you've had everything. You know,
Yeah.
you've had Tyreek Hill with Jalen Waddle,
Mm-hmm.
two of the fastest receivers in the league. They've had a 6'4" outside receiver. They've had Devontae A-Chain with Mostert. You know what I'm saying? Two of the fastest running backs in the league.
Yeah.
You know, they've had. I mean, offensively, they've had the talent to do and the defense hasn't just been terrible for them. Their defense has shown it's always fall back to the quarterback play. It's always falling back to what Tua is going to show up. So I feel like give them a decent quarterback, and then you can revisit that, because it's hard to say what they need when you got a quarterback who, you know, healthy, still struggling to get the ball to your guys, not players, but to your guys that's going to open stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think if I'm Tua, you know, he's battled a lot of concussions, you know. I think he's gonna retire. I think he needs to get out. It's kinda like Joel Embiid a little bit in the NBA. You know, he's always hurt, and he has like 9 concussions in the football career. He had one in Alabama. No, 2 in Alabama and 3 and like 6 in the NFL already. That's not a good thing, you know, because football is a dangerous. I mean, you know, like football is a dangerous sport now. You know, people are getting bigger and stronger now, and now it's all concussed now. I think he needs to retire. But how about you, Dalen? What's your thoughts?
I think Miami Dolphins just need to wipe the slate clean and just start everything.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
It's like so yeah, if they do that, I think they keep Tyreek Hill. Obviously,
He don't want to be there.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want to be there the last 2 years.
Nah, he didn't want to be there, man. He should have never left Mahomes.
They just gave him too
Yeah,
much
that's
money.
true.
He need that money, and then he got all the legal stuff going on.
Yeah, I think they need to get rid of Tua.
Yeah.
He's in the way of a rebuild.
Yeah, I know. Tyreek Hill's facing legal issues too, you know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. More NFL news. Jerry Jones went on a press conference saying he wants to go off as the teams with the most Super Bowl rings ever. What y'all's thoughts on his comments, and what y'all thoughts on what he had to say about that?
He wants to what?
He wants to retire and go off in the sunset as the most Super Bowl wins in any team. Basically, be the best owner ever. Basically,
Okay, he wants to be it.
How many far off are they from Pittsburgh?
they're one off.
From Pittsburgh, so he'd have to win 2 more.
Yeah, and they're like Pittsburgh and the Patriots are tied with 6.
And they got 5.
Yeah, they won 3 with 2 with Landry and 3 with Jimmy Johnson.
I feel like with Jerry Jones, man, he always say the right stuff when the camera around.
Mm-hmm.
Always say the right stuff when the camera around. He gonna make you talk about him. We know Jerry Jones don't give a damn about no Super Bowl.
Yeah. Based off the moves he makes.
We know he just paid Dak Prescott $260.
Yeah.
He ain't trying to win no Super Bowl.
Yeah. He's also the same guy who says he just wants to make the NFL look like a movie, just to get attention.
Same dude. He ain't trying to win no Super Bowl.
Yeah, here's what Jerry Jones wants to do. He wants to have a reality TV show. That's fine, you know. He wants to be Hollywood and whatnot. It's fine, you know.
Yeah.
But here's the deal about Jerry Jones. You know, I don't know if y'all watched the documentary on Netflix. I watched it,
I've seen it.
and at the end of the documentary, he said, "I would like the pain. He likes the pain and whatnot. When they're irrelevant, he'll make them relevant no matter what." So Jerry Jones, he's a problem. Travis, bro, don't look at Travis. He likes to rage bait. He always does this stuff. This guy's he's the same guy that says he watches Jim Brown play. He never seen Jim Brown play. If this guy really cares about winning, he hired Matt Eberflus as a DC coordinator. And Nick Rankin said on this pod that Matt Eberflus is part of Al Qaeda. and part of Taliban. That's what Nick said. I agree with them. I mean, he's robbing the Cowboys' money. So he doesn't care about winning. He cares about reality TV. He cares about the attention. You know, if they haven't won Super Bowl since '95, and I wasn't even born, and now I'm married, and they haven't won jack. So, I mean, his drafting is good. I agree with you, Travis. His drafting is really good.
He don't do nothing in the free agency though.
Yeah, he don't do nothing.
Yeah,
man. He hires. I mean,
And then with the coaching, it's not the coaching, it's him. Like,
yeah,
McCarthy came out and told you it's him. It's not the coaching. It's as a coach, and I come in and I take this job and I'm limited to what I can do because I'm sharing. You know what I'm saying? If I say I want to run a post and the big boss say we're gonna run a fade, I gotta go with what you saying. Well, why are you paying me to be a coach? And
Yeah.
I feel like that's why he hired the guy he hired this year, a guy he could tell whatever he wants. And I feel like that's why the Cowboys look the way they look this year.
yeah,
He wants to have too much power.
yeah.
Mike
You know,
McCarthy,
like this year was probably one of Dak Prescott's best year. He had 30 touchdowns, and he also had he was also third in passing yards, of 4,000 yards and passing and 10 interceptions. But you know, like Jerry Jones, he should have rebuilt it when he lost to Green Bay a couple years ago. He should have rebuilt it from. He could have gotten Belichick. He could have gotten Dan Quinn, who right now is in Washington. You know, he could have gotten anything. And I agree with you. Mike McCarthy couldn't win a playoff game. He sucked. I agree with you. Nick calls him something else. He calls him Mick. They calls him Mick Fatty. That's what he calls him. But you know, Jerry Jones doesn't care about winning no more. He's all about reality TV, and you know, and it's sad too because they have a talent there. You have CeeDee Lamb. I mean, I do admire him getting George Pickens. It's been spectacular as a Cowboy. But other than that, he hasn't done anything really that good as an owner, and it's kind of unfortunate because I'm a Cowboys fan, and you know I don't think I'm gonna be real. I don't think they'll win probably ever again. I'm kind of scared to say that, but
so this is my thing with the Cowboy fans, man. And I'm gonna just go facts right quick. We get on here and as Cowboy fans, they like to talk about what Dak did this year, what Dak did that year. Dak had better years with Mike McCarthy, did he not?
only one.
You said what?
Only 1 year because his best other than this year,
His
his
best,
best season was 2023, and then he had 40. Let me see real quick. According to PFF, yeah.
year as a quarterback under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, 1 good year. Yeah, 36 touchdowns, 1
What's
good
his
year.
best year? I thought Dak Prescott's best year as a quarterback was under Mike McCarthy. I could be wrong, but you go and let's do a deep dive in Mike McCarthy's resume. He's at 11-11. He's 50% in the playoffs as a head coach. He ain't had those problems that everybody talking about until he went to Dallas, where I can't win a playoff game. Getting eliminated in the first round every year wasn't a Mike McCarthy thing, man. I'm not saying Mike McCarthy's a great coach. I'm just saying when you go through and you look at the situation, Mike McCarthy isn't the first coach to be like Jerry Jones wants power in the play calling. Mike McCarthy isn't the first coach to say that about Jerry Jones.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get that, but I just think after that 27 blowout, you know. So
Talking about when they played Green Bay,
yeah, that was bad. You know that.
2 pick sixes.
Yeah, that was. I mean, the play calling was terrible. CD was out of it. He looked like he was on something, bro. He was out of it.
How many drives did CD have that day in particular?
He had downtime. They were getting blown out.
Yeah, no, he had a bad game though. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's easy to point the finger at the coach. Coaches call plays, players run the plays, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I get it. You could get a different coach, but I mean, like I say, I mean, when you go through and you just look at it, there's been many coaches as long as Jerry Jones has been an owner, that have said he just wants too much power in the play calling. He wants power in the play calling. He wants power in the players that we're getting. And that's frustrating as a coach. Not saying that I'm a coach, but if I run a 3-4 defense, or if I run a, you know what I'm saying, an odd front, and you going to get even front players, and you going to get 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, and you getting me nickel personnel players, it's hard for me to do my job.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
seeing we need a running back and Derrick Henry's on the market,
Yeah, he could have gone to him, but he didn't.
even call him. You know what I'm like? It's like, damn. Yeah. How much point at the coach? You know, like I get that he's the coach, but it's like at some point you in control of everybody we bring in player wise.
Yeah.
Like that anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Management and team, it's other people that get a say. At the end of the day with the Cowboys, if Jerry Jones say this, that dude, it's that dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he hired Matt Eberflus, who was an atrocity for the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys were ranked 30th among defense this year, passing and running defense. And they got Quinn Williams a little too late. But moving on to college football, I don't know if y'all watched some college football this year or not. Yeah. But Travis mentioned that will be in Super Bowl in 1 or 2 years. I don't know about Travis. I hope so. I don't know. I think Dak's their best quarterback probably ever. He has them statistically wise.
Troy Aikman? Dak better than Troy? With 3?
Statistically wise, yeah. In his first couple of years in the NFL.
You talking about passing yard wise?
Yeah, passing touchdowns wise, yeah. And then that's what the stats say. But overall, no, probably not overall. But I think like player to player wise, not career wise.
Era wise. When you say numbers, numbers for sure, but
yeah,
it was different as well. For sure.
Yeah. But we'll see, Travis. I hope so. Probably not.
It'd be interesting. I hate the Cowboys, but I'm from Texas. I'd love to see the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Man.
But
I know we got to hear Stephen A. Smith on First Take laughing at them.
And I'm pretty sure he'd be happy when y'all finally make it.
Nah, he'll be hiding, bro.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy's.
I doubt he gonna be hiding if y'all make it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he gonna be podcasting and everything if y'all make it.
Yeah.
It's so many people that hate y'all that would love to see the Cowboys be decent again. Y'all ain't even been decent.
Since 95.
Like
that's like almost 30 years ago.
Like goodness.
But moving on to more football. So college football, we have the national championship next Monday with Indiana and Miami. Who do y'all got? What's your thoughts on this game?
I'm gonna go Miami. I like that defense they playing with out there. I like that defense. I'm gonna rock with Miami.
Yeah, I think I got Miami for that one too. I think I agree with their defense. I think that's what's gonna win it for them right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Miami too.
Yeah, I want Miami to win too.
Oh,
but I like Miami because they got a nice running back guy. I feel like it's really slept on. The Fletcher guy, he runs hard, and the defense flies around.
They're aggressive, and that's why I pick Miami. They're physical, just on all aspects. Yeah. Like you said, running back, their receivers finish catches.
Carson Beck will
running. It's just so physical, man. Like, and I didn't really pay attention to them until I watched them play A&M, and I was like, damn. Like, I'm not saying they had a good game or anything, but it was like, damn, they come in to hit. And no matter who got the ball, no matter if he dropped the ball, they coming to put a hat on somebody. Like when they played Ole Miss, I felt like just the hits they was putting on them dudes at Ole Miss, it was like, shit, I'm going to take a couple plays off real quick. And that, you know what I'm saying? Like their running back was down, hurt, banged up a little bit. He played. They had a receiver that had to step out a little bit. And they don't, it's not like they play like a lot of times when you see teams that hit hard and they're physical, they rack up a bunch of penalties.
Yeah.
They're physical and they're clean.
They're sound.
They're not touching you before the ball get there. They not coming with the head. They just, like I say, man, they just physical. They'll run through a brick wall, like that saying that say that. You run through a brick wall. Those are the type of players they got on defense.
Yeah.
Indiana,
Travis says Indiana is going to win it all.
yeah.
Indiana got a great argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have probably
and-
the best quarterback in the. They have the Heisman. They have the Heisman winning, and probably the number one pick in the draft. So
Yeah, they do. On paper, they do got a nice, you know what I'm saying? But Mendoza ain't seen Miami defense all year either,
Yeah.
in
That
respects.
pass rush.
He ain't seen that. Like I said,
Mhm.
and when we talking about a quarterback who's fairly been clean all year, he hasn't been sacked, he hasn't been rushed a lot this year. Like I say, man, those dudes from Miami coming to hit 2-3 hits into that game, he gonna be a different quarterback. And I'm willing to bet on that. That's just how I feel about that Miami defense, man. Those dudes, they hit everything. They hit everything.
yeah. I hope Miami wins, but if not, I mean, I'm an Alabama fan. For me, I'm a Bama fan. So
I like watching Bama. It ain't been the same since Saban been gone, but
I know that's what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
but that's what I've been trying to say.
it ain't been the same since Saban been gone. But
Yeah. But moving on to more other sports, we also got some basketball, some NBA talk. So I'm a Lakers fan because of LeBron. Lakers are in talk of trading Austin Reeves. So I don't know who y'all's teams are. I don't know if I asked that. But who's y'all's teams?
I follow this. I mean, I watch the Spurs. I say the Spurs is my team right now. I like the Spurs. I like the Clippers.
Yeah. How about you, Dan? Who's your team?
I say I don't really have a favorite team, but like I like watching the Pistons this year. K Cunningham.
And Jaden?
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. Right now I don't really have a team. Like,
I like watching the Warriors.
yeah, I like watching good games. That's my deal.
'Cause it's hard to find a good one today, boy.
Yeah.
30-point blowouts and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lakers has lost by 12 points to the Kings. So I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm gonna break down Lakers just a little bit and y'all can chime in. So Lakers are in talk of trading Austin Reeves. So who do y'all think Lakers should get? There are reports of getting Rich Paul went on with Max Kellerman on his podcast saying that they're in talks of getting Jaren Jackson, Sabonis, and Dylan Brooks, and possibly Devin Booker from the Suns. So who do y'all think the Lakers should get to? Because as a Lakers fan, LeBron, like the Lakers have no offensive like athleticism, and I feel like Luka does chunk shots like crazy, like he's a shot chunker.
Yeah.
And Austin Reeves doesn't really know how to fit in when the three of them on the court. So who do y'all think the Lakers should get to improve their roster? Because right now they're fourth in the West, behind the Suns and the Spurs. So not the Suns, the Spurs and the OKC.
And Jaren Jackson wouldn't be a bad fit, but how does Jaren Jackson fit with DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
Devin Booker wouldn't. I mean, if you could get Devin Booker, who wouldn't rather have Devin Booker than Austin Reeves? But essentially, you're running into the same problem. That's another player who's not going to play defense. I feel like the Lakers don't. I feel like they don't need another scorer. I guess you could say an athlete from a defensive standpoint, like someone who can move around, but I don't think they need someone who's going to jump real high and dunk the ball or get to the cup. I feel like they need more defensive minded players, and maybe even because we just had this conversation before we came on the podcast. The Lakers are in a position right now where Marcus Smart is the only player on the team that play defense.
Yeah.
And then Marcus Smart and Vando, And you really rather have Rui out there over Vando because Vando don't bring you anything offensively.
Yeah.
So I feel like the Lakers are in a position where they need to go get more defensive minded players. Luka then shown you, I'm gonna take care of this offense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of the offense. It don't matter who out here. Just
Mhm.
be somebody that's gonna play defense. And you got 4 players who don't want to play defense between LeBron, Luka, DeAndre Ayton, and Austin Reeves. So I feel like Jaren Jackson would be a good pickup because he could help DeAndre Ayton, as well as he can space the floor a little bit, be a little shooter. He's not a consistent shooter, but I feel like that's what the Lakers are looking for. A defending shooter, someone who's going to space the floor, but at the same time, he can play defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, out of anybody that we've talked about, I think he's the best fit just for that reason. I think he just helps give him some space on the court. I think on both sides, like you said, he has the potential to shoot. And then, I really do think they need help on defense. And I think that, Jaren will be there to, fill that gap that they're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I don't think Jaren Jackson is enough. But I mean, obviously but he will be a good piece to help them get towards where they're get towards.
They definitely still would need a defensive guard to go because, I mean, people going to kill Luka.
Mm-hmm.
People going to take advantage of Bron being old.
Yeah.
And as good as Marcus Smart is as good as Marcus Smart was on defense, that's not the Marcus Smart that they got.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I could shop Austin Reeves away and get something like, I mean, hell,
Dylan Brooks.
I mean, him and LeBron got a history. But if I can get a Dylan Brooks, if I can get a deal where I get Jaren Jackson and the other Jackson kid from Memphis,
GG Jackson.
yeah. If I can where I get him, I got two defenders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't think you trade him away for more offensive points because at the end of the day, between Luka and LeBron, those two players can score you as many points as you need me to score you.
Yeah.
I need someone who's going to play defense and who want to play defense, not who wants to play defense.
Yeah. I think Lakers need to get more offense, more wings on the more than like offensive scoring. So that's how I see it. I think because they have when Luka and LeBron are turned up. The past 10 games, LeBron's averaging 30 points per game at 41, which is crazy to say for someone who's 41 years old and year 23.
He know when to show up.
Yeah, he knows when to show up. Sometimes he takes over the game when Luka is not really like on point with the team. And LeBron's mentioned it too on his podcast with Steve Nash that Lakers need more wings than scorers. I think Brooks can probably play. I think the Lakers need like depth on the bench a little bit.
That's true.
And DeAndre Ayton, I think DeAndre Ayton's a good center, but there's times in the past where he kind of gets people were calling this guy like a little soft because he doesn't really try sometimes. He can be a little lazy sometimes. He especially in the finals in 2021 against the Bucks. So I think Lakers need some like offensive like not offensive like defensive scoring and defense wing players than Austin Reeves because Austin Reeves against long defenders can't really do anything. He can't do much. I mean, Jaden McDaniels locked him up in the postseason last year.
But I mean, that Jaden McDaniels is an elite defender.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's what Lakers need is like athleticism.
Jaden Daniels, it would have been a different Lakers team.
Yeah,
even if Vando, like I say, Vando isn't a bad wing. It's just his offensive production.
Yeah, he's a lot of ability on offense. Yeah,
with the way Luka plays, I need you to be able to hit that shot as well. Like,
Yeah.
to play defense and hit that shot, not just play defense.
Yeah.
And that's just, and like I said, not anybody could just play with Luka.
I think Rui is the best.
Rui's good,
Yeah.
but he's just that.
Rui is good, but with Rui would be like your 4, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like if you bring in, like, let's do say you bring in a Jaren Jackson, and you're able to get Jaren Jackson, you can bump Braun over to the 2, take Rui to the 3. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Luka gonna have the ball all game anyway.
Defensive backcourt is good.
Yeah, and LeBron.
Rui,
But I think LeBron's gonna be asked to carry a lot of defense too. That's what.
no matter who it is, LeBron and Luka gonna be on the court regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more NBA news out there. So LeBron's he has his own patch now. So do y'all think he's a GOAT or is it Jordan? So I know someone mentioned that in the chat.
Travis? No, it wasn't Travis. It was
this one right here.
do I think? Boy, you don't even want to be a part of that. So I mean, it go back to what you were saying about Peyton Manning, bro. It's an era thing, but I mean, if we're talking about basketball, and we're not talking about scoring, we just talking about basketball as a whole. I don't know how it is in LeBron James. He's top 10 in almost every stat, and everybody, well, Michael Jordan is I get that, and that's cool. That's not LeBron James' fault. You know what I'm saying? That's not LeBron's fault. I will say Michael Jordan is probably one of the greatest winners behind Bill Russell. If that's the route we're gonna try to take. You know what I'm saying? I will say Michael Jordan's one of the greater winners, but I don't know how you argue LeBron. He's top 3 assists.
He's top 2 now.
Yeah.
He's just surpassed Chris Paul.
I was being generous. He behind Chris Paul?
Yeah, he surpassed him like last week.
Okay, so yeah, two on assists. I don't know where he ranks on the rebound or steal list, but I know he's up there. He's number 1 points.
Yeah.
He's top. Where does he rank at the blocks? But no, I'm for real. He everywhere.
Yeah.
So, how do you know what I'm saying?
He's 10.
Yeah, he's top 10 in almost in every stat, right?
Yeah, I've top 10. Yeah.
So like, it's just, and then I didn't get to watch Michael Jordan play. So when I watch Michael Jordan highlights, I just be like, damn, he playing against, he ain't playing against, you know what I'm saying? Not to take anything away from nobody.
Yeah.
But is it fair to say that the talent level today is better?
It's way better, yeah.
Like I seen something that said Michael Jordan played against like 19 Hall of Famers or something like that.
Yeah.
And LeBron James has played against 64 or 100 and something now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? How do you argue? That's like you saying you faster than me.
Nah, you play football, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
because you won more races, but my
Yeah.
time is faster than yours. You know?
yeah. I mean, LeBron is, whipping up on people in their prime right now when he's the age that he is. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all play Giannis the other night.
Yeah. People get mad because, they argue Jordan did some things quicker or they did it in less time, but it's the same thing. Like you said, you're faster than me, but it's like, I think it's a matter of, like he's in top 10, everything. He's still playing
He has no weaknesses.
Yeah, not. I mean, he hasn't showed any sign of slowing down yet, other than the fact that he has to miss a couple of games. But other than that, it's. I mean, every time he shows up to play, and he doesn't he doesn't slow down.
Yeah, I think it's no comparison. You see Michael Jordan when he was on his way out. He was on his way out.
Should have been out.
It wasn't no second thoughts.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing, because everybody likes to do that, like you said, Jaden. Everybody likes to do that. Well, Michael Jordan did it in 13 years.
Yeah.
Is that LeBron James' fault that LeBron James loves basketball more than Michael Jordan loved basketball? You know, like that's not LeBron James' fault.
Mm-mm.
And that's just how I feel about it. Like I say, yeah, when you put the numbers and you put the time, like, yeah, Michael Jordan might have hit certain milestones quicker than LeBron, but at the same time, Michael Jordan ain't number 2 assist. So
Yeah.
Michael Jordan getting the ball, like, my only obligation is to score. LeBron James, we've seen LeBron James start a game at the jump ball, get a triple-double, lead the, you know what I'm saying? We've seen him lead the finals in points, rebounds, assists, everything.
Mm-hmm.
On some, I'm doing everything. We've never seen Michael Jordan just, y'all get on my back, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you go and you look at the Bulls team he had, Scottie Pippen was a big piece. You know, Horace Grant was out there. Steve Kerr was out there. When you look at LeBron's legacy, LeBron has played with great players, and everybody likes to do that. Well, he played with him. He only played with Kyrie in the finals once. He took Kyrie to the finals 3 times, though. You know, it's just. I mean, it's an interesting argument, but in my opinion, I just feel like it's hard to argue with someone who does everything great.
Yeah.
To a player who was looked at as a fearless scorer and a fearless defender. LeBron James was a defender in his prime as well. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. You know, for me, you know, I like, you know, this debate. They're both my favorite players. You know, I know I didn't grow up in the era of Jordan, but I watch his games on YouTube. I like watching basketball. You know, I'm a basketball fan. But the other thing I can tell you, I watch old games at work, like old games, you know.
So when you watch old games, though, do you look at the players like, hell no?
Yeah, I do think that, yeah. But
Anthony Edwards would jump over him standing.
Yeah, that man would probably post the right and kill this guy. But, you know, here's the deal about this whole debate. You know, I admire LeBron James. I think Jordan too. You know, LeBron came in, and he's probably the most hated athlete of all time. You know, everything, no matter what, gets criticized. You know, he overachieved. You know, people had expectation on him from out of high school, and he exceeded all expectations. You know, I think he's been unlucky his whole career. You know, at 22 years old, this guy carried Sasha Pavlovich, Sajonas Zikauskas, Delonte West,
to the finals,
Larry Hughes to the finals
against the Spurs.
And top of that, that serious part of that, there was a game in Game 5. Yeah, he scored 22 consecutive points
by himself.
That's crazy. At 22.
On top of that, that is a Spurs team who, you know what I'm saying? That was a Spurs team who knocked off Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah.
That Spurs team.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah. And you know, like, you know, I you know, even with Golden State, you know, like LeBron, you know, like it's unlucky. You know, here's the deal about that stupid team with Golden State, KD and Curry and Draymond Green. Okay, if David Stern was commissioner of the NBA, that would have been vetoed. But Alan Silver is an idiot. Because you know that's the greatest team of all time. His best game in the finals was in 2018. He had 51 points in Game 1. You know, 2016, he came up from 3-1. And on top of that, what's more impressive with LeBron, though, is that for 20 consecutive years, he's averaged 27 points per game. That's unheard of. You know, Jordan didn't do that. Yeah, he didn't. And when he was 40 years old as a Wizard, he was in casinos. He was thinking he said he was gambling,
Yeah.
you know, and the thing with LeBron is that he oversees all expectations. You know, if he would have retired in his prime, the media would have killed him. Like Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Michael Wilbon, they would have killed LeBron
Yeah.
about doing that. You know, and and on top of that, like in 2012 against Boston, you know, Game 6, he had 45, 15, and 5. He literally beat the big three with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and KG and Rondo. He beat them.
That one
You know,
year where he swept
Yeah,
the East and he hit the buzzer beater on Toronto.
yeah, he owns Toronto too. You know,
And
and I get it. 2011 was his fault. He would tell you that against the Mavs. That was his fault. He would tell you that. But after that, he's been a winner. He won without D-Wade. He won without Bosh. He won without Kyrie. You know, he came like the Lakers haven't been in a championship in 10 years when he won in 2020. In the bubble year, no, I know people discredit the bubble, but
Yeah.
99 Spurs had less games. They had less games and they still won. No one talks about that.
the chip. Don't
Yeah.
matter. You get it. A chip is a chip. There was other teams playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's no teams playing. That's what I'm saying, you know. And people bring up the rings, you know. LeBron's brought this up too in his podcast, you know. Well, you know, the ring culture and whatnot. Jordan has 16-0 in the finals and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, this is how I see it and how he sees it too, you know. Rings is a team accomplishment. But we look at the context around them. Look at who was the area you're playing in.
Yeah.
You know, who were they playing against? And LeBron's done that. And he's overstated all expectations. I think you know, he might be the best player. He's the best player ever. You know, he's arguably the GOAT. He's the GOAT for a reason, you know, and he ain't slowing down. He loves the game of basketball. He knows how he can play all 5 positions. You know, he got robbed in 2013 and Defensive Player of the Year. Marcus Gasol was second All NBA, and he won Defensive of the Year, and that's kind of bogus on their fault. And in his 30s too, I find it weird that LeBron didn't win MVP in his 30s, and Jordan did. I think people want to hide Jordan's legacy more. You know, I mind Jordan too. Jordan was an ambassador of the game. He, you know, at 1.93, he averaged 40 points in the finals. That's pretty impressive too. But LeBron's LeBron, man. He played against people say Kobe's better than LeBron. LeBron's 16-6 against Kobe Bryant. He owns Kobe. He owns them. LeBron had less teams. LeBron didn't have that much. He didn't have like the best teams, and Kobe Bryant did. Kobe had Pau Gasol, Ron Artest, Derek Fisher. No, LeBron did in 2010.
Yeah.
He cooked them. He locked them up. LeBron 16-6.
Pump it down on the Kobe though.
I love Kobe Bryant too. He's my favorite player of all time. Kobe Bryant's my favorite player of all time, but LeBron owns him. Fact, you know, LeBron has the most buzzer beaters. LeBron, on top of that, I'm almost done. LeBron has the most playoff buzzer beaters ever. He has the most clutch points ever in the history of the NBA. He can play. He's at one point 2016. He led every team in points, assists, steals, rebounds, and scoring. He's just LeBron, you know. Never been number 2 option like Kobe Bryant was. You know, and Jordan had Pippen. Pippen was a point forward.
He's second option right now.
Huh?
Second option right now. He's been the last 2 years.
I don't know about. I mean, right now LeBron can take over Luka.
No,
LeBron is prime. LeBron is prime was not the number 1. He's the number 1 option, bro.
Stop it.
Nah,
Stop.
you know it, man. Luka.
Oh, you know you lying.
No, you as a Lakers fan.
Like
you
as
cannot.
a realistic person right now, LeBron is not taking.
Nah.
I think he is.
I don't think he wants to either.
Yeah,
I think Luka just chunk shots. That's his thing, though. Luka,
LeBron,
like the other night, LeBron outplayed Luka by he was 41.
show up 1 week out of the month and do what he doing right now, he gonna be good. But doing it all year, LeBron don't got that no more.
Mm-mm.
He don't got that no more.
I feel like it's not in his.
He's
best
40.
interest
Yeah,
to
he's
do that.
41,
Yeah.
bro. He can't. I'm not
I
saying.
mean, I don't know. This guy in the last couple of games, he's averaged 30 points per game.
Last couple of years when he didn't got to the playoffs, what didn't happen? He didn't been gassed, right?
I mean, some of it was because he had a team around him.
Oh, but the years before that, 3 years. So last year was he ain't have a team. 3 years before that, LeBron was gassed. He was tired, bro. He couldn't.
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Like in that year 20, he was competing for a chip, and Jordan wasn't at 38. Jordan at 38 he was in casinos.
Playing golf.
He was playing golf, gambling, being gambling debts. And I love Jordan too. I love Jordan. Jordan was a great player. He was a good marriage player. He was a good, but he ain't LeBron. He's not.
No, he's not LeBron for sure.
And
They were, in all due respect to Michael Jordan, bro, they were asked to do different tasks. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan played in an offense where he played with one of, if not the greatest coach to ever coach, in Phil Jackson. They ran the triangle. He played in the same offense Kobe Bryant played in.
Yeah. And the one thing too is though that there's a video out there that people don't want to see this, but Phil Jackson said himself. Someone asked Phil Jackson, who's a better player, Pippen or Jordan? And he said Pippen. Phil Jackson said Pippen.
Better basketball player, yeah.
Who's
a
yeah? And he said, he's like, well, Jordan does this, and he's like, Jordan's great, but he ain't Pippen. Pippen was asked to do. Jordan was the one asked to score. He wasn't asked to defend or rebound or assist.
Everything else.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, do everything though.
Yeah, and he did that, and as that, I know he gave. I know I kind of felt bad. He's unlucky his whole career. He's been lucky his whole career. He's always have been.
Ooh.
And LeBron, he's been unlucky a little bit because he hasn't had a team like Jordan has. Jordan had a super team.
He's had super teams.
Not like D Wade though. Like D Wade, his knees were dead. Chris Bosh, he was good. He was a lot. They should have gotten Carmelo Anthony, but he got Bosh.
I get what you're trying to do, but LeBron has had super teams, bro.
Not like that though.
He played
not like Jordan.
Was D Wade still an all-star?
He was, but here's the stats.
20.
So
did D Wade average 20?
20, yeah, that's it.
Chris Bosh averaged 20.
Chris Bosh averaged 19.
20.
About there, yeah, like 19, 20, yeah.
Come on, bro.
I don't know, but he was a number 2 option though.
So let's do how much did Scottie Pippen average? Like I said, I'm with you, bro, but we not gonna nitpick and do you can't do it like that though. We just talking about them as a player, we can do that, but when you get to putting surrounding pieces around it, bro, LeBron has some pieces. He done also done it with nothing. I'm not saying he hasn't. Like what? When he won his bubble type championships, you can say Anthony Davis deserved that Finals MVP.
Someone commented. We'll see what Nick wasn't. Oh, Nick said we're done with the 90s. Hey Nick, bro. I'm asking you a question, Nick Rankin, since you're a LeBron fan, bro. So Nick, they said that D Wade was in Boston super team. Do you agree with that, Nick?
Was the Miami Heat team a super team that LeBron was on?
What's your thoughts about that, Nick?
Scottie Pippen only averaged 16 a year, bro.
Yeah, but I tell you this though, if LeBron had someone like Pippen, man, he'd probably be having like 10 rings right now. Maybe have more.
They just didn't stay healthy.
Yeah. I will say this though. I will say the Cavs owner, Dan Gilbert, he could have gotten Marcus Stoudemire back in 2010, but he got him a 37-year-old Shaq towards Achilles.
I don't like with the way LeBron was playing at that time. He played a lot like Luka, so I don't feel like it was ever in LeBron's interest to have an interior dominant center. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of LeBron wants to get to the paint, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nick told me that he's getting rage baited. He had to get off of the chat. When Nick is talking about basketball, here's the thing about Nick Rankin, okay? This is what Nick Rankin does, okay? Nick Rankin, he woke up because for the longest time he hated LeBron because he's a Bulls fan and he owned D Rose. But I don't know. Now, Nick Rankin's an interesting guy about basketball, but he's over here texting me, man. This Nick, come on the podcast, bro. Why are you ducking? Why are you ducking, bro? Oh man, this guy.
Is that your other co-host?
He is, yeah. He comes on. He was late, got off work, and he got a new job and he had orientation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but moving on to more sports. I don't know if y'all one more thing about basketball. So Kevin Durant is all top 7 all time in scoring. So where do y'all think he ranks among basketball greats? Where do you have him of all time?
It's tough, bro. I'd have to see a list. It'd have to be a list because me saying top 5, that'd be disrespectful.
So this is what Nick sent me about AD. So in 2020, Nick said that he had 25 points per game, 10 assists, and 3.2 rebounds. LeBron averaged 29.8 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 85 assists in 6 games. And he said
You
AD
talk-
did serve Finals MVP, but it's rage bait. That's what he said. This guy Nick, man.
You talking about the season? I'm talking about just in the final, like just. In
Oh yeah, look. You see, look. Maybe y'all can see that. So that's LeBron's stats,
Yeah.
and this is AD's stats right here.
I feel that Jaylen Brown had better numbers than Jason Tatum 2 years ago.
Yeah, but for KD, I have him top 11. I have him like top 15. I don't think he's better than Giannis or Jokic. 'Cause I think here's why. Here's the deal about Kevin Durant. Okay, there's a source out there, and Shannon Sharp broke it down on Undisputed. So did Brian Windhorst and Chris Broussard. So this is what they said about Kevin Durant about going to Golden State. So so here's the deal. So Kevin Durant, so when the Warriors lost to the Cavs,
Right.
Draymond Green and Steph Curry flew to New York City on Long Island, and he bet Kevin Durant to help win his team. So Kevin Durant joins the greatest team of all time, who by the way, prior to that year, they had a 73-9 record.
Yeah.
So that's why I have him top 15. I respect this game. I respect his basketball scoring, but he's not, to me, he's not better than Giannis and Jokic. Jokic is a different breed. He won back-to-back MVPs since LeBron did it, and Giannis because he's Giannis. He's a Greek freak. So that's where I have him top 15.
So you got him ranked lower because he was ring chasing at one point?
Yeah, he was, and when he left Golden State, he hasn't done anything. He built Kyrie and Harden, and he didn't do anything. He got blown. Giannis beat him,
Yeah.
and then he went to Phoenix, and then he got destroyed by the Suns in 2023 playoffs. Not by the Suns, by the Nuggets.
Sounds right.
It's hard, bro, and I like Giannis a lot. I do. I really do. But I can't put Giannis above Kevin Durant, bro. I'm sorry. I get it. You can do the ring chasing and all that. That's not Kevin Durant as a basketball player. So we talking about KD as a hooper. Straight. We talking about hoopers, not because he decided to go over here and he went over there. He went to the best team in the NBA and was the best player on the best team in the NBA. Like I was a Thunder fan when he left us, bro. I cried when he left us. I swear I did. I was a diehard Thunder fan when he left us. And I still say to this, are we talking about how you feel about Kevin Durant or Kevin Durant on the basketball court? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if we talk about KD on the basketball court, Giannis is not above Kevin Durant, bro.
yeah. I think the only thing too is that that's the thing too. That 2016 season, he blew his 3-1 lead against Golden State.
Yeah, I mean the best team in the NBA, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a chance to beat him, but
The
Game
best
6
team,
played.
best team to ever play in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best team of all time is
Of all
KD, Curry, and Clay and Draymond Green.
And you blew a 3-1 lead on them. You was about to beat the best team of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
LeBron beat them though. He coming out. He went crazy. He went Game 6 and had 45 points.
That was the year, right? They did.
Yeah.
They did. Kyrie had 42. Had 42. Him and LeBron both had 42 points.
Yeah.
Kyrie hit the game winner too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that block though, blocked by James.
No, but the 3-pointer, Kyrie had 42 too. I'm just saying. I get it. LeBron did ball, but Kyrie ball too. It wasn't like LeBron was out there doing it by himself.
I don't know, man. Stats say he was number one in everything.
That's
Oh no.
What does
Kyrie
that say?
points in Game 7.
He did. Kyrie was great.
Hit the game-winning shot. That's what
Yeah.
stats say. And I think Kyrie averaged 30 that series. But
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Kyrie. So Kyrie averaged Kyrie averaged 27 points per game, three rebounds and 3 assists. And LeBron averaged
he probably had 332.
yeah, LeBron averaged 29, 11, 8.
See? 2
Yeah.
points behind.
Yeah.
Kyrie out there. I'm like I say, I hate to be that person, but we got to be fair. If we're going to take away from KD because he had this, we got to take away from LeBron because he had this too. Like I
Yeah.
said, just
And LeBron led both teams in scoring, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. In 2016 finals with Curry, and Curry didn't play good that series. He played terrible. He averaged 21 points per game.
Curry only played good in the finals his last shit.
Yeah.
First time playing good in the finals.
Yeah, that's where
What make you say Giannis is better than Kevin Durant though? What make you put Giannis above KD?
I think because Giannis can play because Giannis probably played in 2021 finals, he averaged about 39 points per game, almost 40. He almost broke Jordan's record.
So
On top of that, Giannis. Top of that, he's the third player in NBA history to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, behind Hakeem and Jordan. Because Hakeem won it in '95 and Jordan won it in '88, and Giannis won it 2020.
So that one year, that championship year, make Giannis better than Kevin Durant all time.
I think so, yeah. Because Kevin Durant, he played against LeBron James in that. I mean, no, like here's the deal. Without Kevin Durant going out with that team, LeBron probably would have three-peated. That's all. LeBron's on the roll. LeBron figured out that team, and he knew.
Holiday,
Huh?
without Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton, Giannis probably don't get a ring at all.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you can say that, but I think he can carry a team like LeBron.
He ain't been able to. He ain't done it yet.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like LeBron, like in Cleveland, like his first run in Cleveland. He's having kind of like scrubs on his team, so not scrubs, but like good players, but not like all-star elite.
But when it go out there, it's like you got scrubs on your team and you got 19 points at the end of the game too. It's not the same, bro. It's not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I admire KD's talent. It's just that Kevin Durant too, after he left Golden State, he tried to build a super team with Kyrie and Harden. That didn't work out.
They was both hurt, and if his foot was an inch behind the line, we talk Giannis don't got a ring again.
Yeah, and then he talk about
it is that close.
it was.
It's that
Top
close.
of that though, like
And that's KD by himself versus that Giannis team. James Harden and Kyrie was hurt, mind you. That's KD by himself, bro. And I think he gave Giannis 40. Defensive Player of the Year guarding him gave him 40.
Yeah, and then he talk about this against the Nuggets though. Against the Nuggets in 2023, Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon were locking him up.
double teaming them. Yeah,
And
you got to
they
do
could,
that.
and then yeah, Booker and I didn't know that because no one thought that team was going to win the Nuggets. No one thought they were really like that good until they went to the finals and they swept the Miami Heat. You know, like, and then that's when we're like, man, we got to put respect on the Nuggets name because people underestimated the Nuggets that year. The Suns were favored to win that playoff win, and they didn't win.
People was underestimating the 3-time MVP. I don't know why they was doing that, but they was.
I think because they're not used to the way he plays, and he's not
3-time MVP. I don't know how
Yeah.
he's used to it. He had won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah, that's what I have Jokic over KD too. I think Jokic.
So I'll give you Jokic over KD just off of his accolades, but Giannis over Kevin Durant, bro. I just don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if Dame didn't get hurt.
If
You
Dame
know,
didn't get hurt, I mean, I wonder what happened if KD and James Harden don't get hurt.
Yeah,
I wonder what happened if Russell Westbrook don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? When they was playing Golden State and stuff, or like, it's a bunch of ifs. But I'm just if we just going off facts, the only thing Giannis has over Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant has a bunch over Giannis. The only thing Giannis has over Kevin Durant is Defensive Player of the Year.
yeah,
And in his own regard, Kevin Durant is an all-NBA defensive player. So, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's just, I look at it like this. This is my opinion. I just feel like you can't do it because when Giannis, let's put it like this: when Giannis is faced against Boston and he gets double teamed, Giannis is almost irrelevant double teamed because he can't shoot.
Yeah, when teams wall up on them in the playoffs.
But
Yeah.
with Kevin Durant, you don't. Unless Kevin Durant's having a bad night, which every player does, like you smiling. We can go look up some Giannis bad nights. Like he didn't
yeah.
have
I've seen the.
7 points this year in the game.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant's bad nights are better than Giannis's bad nights.
yeah. I just look at his I look at the his accolades too. I think KD's a good hooper, but I just don't forgive him what he did to LeBron in 2017, 2018. That was as stupid as. And I admire LeBron too. LeBron tried his hard to beat that team and do everything he can to win, but that team was just too deep. That team was like full with 4 All-Stars on one team that's unheard of. It's kind of like putting Kobe and LeBron on the same team in their prime.
It's
That's
kind
a cheat. That's a cheat code,
LeBron on the same team.
huh?
It's almost like putting D Wade and LeBron on the same team.
Nah. That team clears that team. That team probably beats that team by.
That Warriors team probably, yeah, but I'm just saying, bro, like
I think the team that can compete with them is probably the Spurs with Duncan and those boys. But
it's not like Golden State was like, man, we got to make this super team, so we better than everybody. They was like, man, we got to make this super team to compete. The super teams was already built.
yeah, it's been built. Like people look at like with the Celtics in the 80s. That was a super team. With Bird and Dennis Johnson and then the Magic too. Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Byron Scott. Jordan had a super team with him, D Wade, and him, Pippen, and Rodman. Even Horace Grant too. Horace Grant was really good.
Those super teams were different, bro. Like you can throw those out there. Those were drafted super teams.
Well, actually, and now with the Rodman, Jordan was recruit.
Rodman was the only piece brought in.
Yeah,
Rodman wasn't Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen, but those super teams were still. It wasn't like the best player in the league, and this is another best player in the league. Hey man, we're gonna team up. That was not how those super teams were built. So they're super teams because the players are great, but Kareem was in year 20 when the Lakers got him. You know what I'm saying? They was old. James Worthy was coming off the bench with that LA Lakers team.
Yeah.
It was the Cooper, like, like I hate to get on you like that, but and then when you look at LeBron was in his prime. You can say D Wade knees was shot and all that, but what LeBron went to Miami in what 2010?
Yeah, 2011, 2012. Yeah, that
D
season.
Wade
Yeah.
had won a chip in 07,
Yeah,
was MVP of the league in 06.
that's Steve Nash. He won MVP.
In 06?
Yeah, Nash won
I
it.
thought D Wade won it the year they won their chip.
No, it should have been Kobe because Kobe was averaging 40 points per game.
I thought Dwayne
D-Wade never won MVP. He's only been
won Finals MVP.
yeah. I think Kobe Bryant should have won that 06 MVP, but whatever. I think because of the record.
He had he had those legal problems.
Yeah.
So
Kobe Bryant, that season though, he should have won it. In my opinion, Kobe should have won that MVP.
he had those.
He had
legal
a
problems.
81.
I
He had
don't
the 81-point game. He had that 3 quarters, 60 points. He was averaging 40 points per game from December to May, and he didn't win MVP. But anyways, do y'all watch college basketball? I know you mentioned earlier about
Yeah, I watch
Lakers.
coaches basketball. Basically, I watch most of the players who are potentially getting drafted next year.
type shit. We watch players like we'll watch BYU.
Yeah, I like BYU. I like AJ Dybenta is really good.
So, yeah, we'll watch Duke. Last year we was watching Rutgers heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll watch Syracuse to watch Carmelo's son.
Yeah.
I watch
Oh, yeah,
watch Noah Pete. We'll watch Michigan to watch the Carr kid. I mean, we just be watching it, bro. If it's on TV, it's gonna get watched.
Yeah.
So who do y'all think should be the first pick in the draft? Should it be AJ or Darren Peterson or who?
AJ.
Yeah.
AJ?
I think AJ Dybenta right now. He's playing a pretty complete game.
But it also depends on who gets the number 1 pick, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like he's more of a I feel like Devonta's more of a like he does bring the ball up, but he's not really a facilitator, you know what I'm saying?
No, he likes to score.
He likes to score the ball. I mean, early on watching the Peterson kid, he had a little facilitate to his game, but as of late, it don't look like he really looking to pass the ball. So I mean, I'd go AJ Devonta.
Yeah, I agree.
I
AJ Dybenta, he's been he was coming out of his class as the number 1 recruit.
Mhm.
So I'm interested in seeing who do y'all think he reminds y'all of?
Devonta.
I think Kevin Durant.
Yeah. He's more physical though, a little bit more physical though.
He's just talking about the way he get his buckets.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I agree.
like
Yeah.
break, free throw, low block,
Yeah.
you know, where he gets his bucket. I'd say, bro, he remind me. It's like a mellow Kobe mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he do show you the feet in the low post, but he do like to face up. But he like to work that low post area, like Melo, the mid range. Melo used to work the mid range. I say Kobe because Kobe introduced, to me anyway, the footwork into that mid range. The up is the boom boom. Let me get to my shot. Now they got you biting on my shot. Now I'm finna come underneath.
Yeah.
He does a lot of that.
Yeah.
He can shoot.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a good defender too. I think he's underrated defensive wise, and
He long.
he's long too. He's like 6'10", something like that.
Yeah.
6'9", 6'10". And I think in one game he had triple double, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So huh?
Yeah, he has an all-around game.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So moving on to more sports. I know you mentioned golf, but Jaden, I don't know if you saw this part, but Brooks Koepka is making his PGA Tour comeback this season. What's y'all's thoughts on that? I don't know if y'all watch golf or not, but I watch golf. So does Jaden.
I mean, Yeah, I think it's big. I mean, they're making his comeback. I think um, I saw a deal that the PGA is only, as far as allowing live people to come back, they have to have a major win
Yeah.
in order to allow them to come back. So I think you might see some more people start to trickle in back to the PGA. But I think it'll be cool to see him back on the tour.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you want to be a great all-time great golfer, I think you got to be on the PGA Tour. Look at Phil Mickelson. He's done. And I think John Rahm might come back probably, and Bryson DeChambeau. So
Yeah.
and then but Jaden, I don't know if y'all watch YouTube golf, but I
David,
watch.
get in on there. I want to get in.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't know you all watch golf or not.
I just feel like I think it's good that the OG players in a sense are coming back to the original golf. You know what I'm saying? The original green. It's good to see that the original golf players are coming back to the original green. You know what I'm saying? It's just good for the sport. I mean, whether he wins it or not, it's good for the sport. So
Yeah.
because like he had left to do the little Saudi stuff, right?
Yeah,
To get
for
the
like
money.
more money and whatnot, and
Yeah, but it's like, what is you like? What is it's like? Is nothing on your is you don't win nothing. So it's almost like a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like they'd be what you consider a prize golfer. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the Dazzler and me fighting Jake Paul. It's about me competing against the best.
Yeah. I think I watched Live Golf before, and I can lie to you, it sucks. It's the most boringest thing I've seen in my life. The scoring's stupid. I don't understand it. I'm like, what in the heck am I watching? So I turned it off, and I feel bad for those players. I mean, I get it, it's for the money, but I know Bryson DeChambeau's contract's coming up soon, so. But so Jaden, I know I watch YouTube golf on YouTube. I don't know if you all watch YouTube golf or not, but
Can you explain to me what YouTube golf is? What is
so YouTube golf is like people have content creation, like there's people who have developed golf content. It's become really popular since COVID. So random people make a golf channel and play golf and shoot and have matches and whatnot.
Like blogging.
okay.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, and you play against other people too. So that's what. So YouTube golfers have like they get money. Some of them have sponsors from PGA Tour. From like some play on the tour, some have Tiger Woods in it. Some of them have like high celebrities in there. So that's what it is really. But
Okay.
but that's what it is. But Jaden, but y'all, I don't know if y'all watch YouTube golf. I don't know. Probably y'all don't. But who's all Jaden? This is mainly for you. Who's your top 5 best YouTube golfers outside of Bryson DeChambeau?
Ooh, that's a tough one because there's quite a few that I watch, but I think I gotta go probably Matt at 5, Garrett, who else is there? Trying to think. I don't know if I can think of 5 off the top of my head. But for sure, I think number 1. I'll go number 1 for sure. 1 and 2. Number 2 is I think I could watch the Brian Bros, and then number 1 is what's his name? Literally just slipped my mind. Grant. Sorry.
Grant.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah.
Any professionals do YouTube golf? Like any professional golfers?
Yeah.
Bryson DeChambeau, he has one.
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau, Ian Poulter has one. Phil Mickelson has one. I think Tiger Woods might get one soon, probably. Tiger Woods.
It'd be good for his son to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with Tiger though is that he's really strict about that stuff.
What you mean?
Cause he's kind of built different, you know. Tiger's like, he was grown like, you had to like, don't be friends with anybody on the golf course. You gotta go out there and destroy them. That's how he was raised as a golfer. And I mean, Charlie Woods might, but he wants him to focus on the amateurs and stuff like that. Because there's levels before you go on a PGA tour, you gotta go to the amateurs, and then you gotta be just like a junior golfer league, and then you gotta be on the Corn Ferry Tour to apply for the PGA Tour. You gotta play through a rounds, and you gotta hit some kind of score and whatnot, some ranking, and then you go on a tour.
I think the biggest reason until later on in life maybe, but I don't think Tiger will go on YouTube just because outside of his documentary, I feel like a lot of the things that he does is private. Like he likes
Yeah.
His son, not him, because you know he got a son. I'm saying,
yeah, his son too. Yeah, I think he likes to keep all of his family life included. I think he's probably wants his son to keep things private too. Just I don't know. I feel like he's just always been like you don't really know a lot about his private life outside of his documentary, but
so what they be giving tips out and stuff, or what?
Yeah, they do that. They also play with other people. They play with some pros too. I mean, Tiger Woods has been on some of them to give lessons and whatnot. But like kind of like Jaden said, he hates Tiger Woods hates the media. He hates the attention. He's always hated it. You know, people it's kind of like Michael Jordan. Not Jordan, it's kind of like Michael Jackson a little bit. When he comes in, he's kind of like all popular and big, and people try to like want to touch him and be around him. He hates that. Tiger, and he wants that for his son too. He's very protective of his son now. That's what he. But I mean, maybe one day probably. But as long as Tiger Woods is around, that ain't gonna happen. But I don't know if y'all watch TGL. So Akshay Bhatia joined Tiger Woods' golf team on there. Now Tiger Woods might be more popular on TGL, more involved in that than YouTube golf. So Jaden, have you watched TGL this season?
I've watched a little bit of it. I'm probably about to start picking it up again.
Y'all watch TGL? It's on ESPN.
TGL, what TGL is like
It's the golfing, right, with the screens and stuff.
yeah, the simulator. Yeah.
Simulated golfing.
Yeah. I mean it's simulated, but it's pretty legit too. Like
Yeah, you can have courses on there. I low key want one, but
You know they got some of those in Amarillo.
yeah.
They got some of those in Amarillo.
Yeah. I want one for my own though, because I don't want to go drive. Because I don't want to wait. I'd rather have my own where I just go in my. Because this is what I used to do. So
You can make one of your
I'm a golfer. I like playing. I also play golf too. So what I did in my old room, I messed up my carpet and my ceiling because I was hitting my golf clubs in my room, and I shouldn't have done that. But I was so addicted to golf. I want to get better at it, and that's why I messed up my whole carpet. Jenny can tell you it's still messed up. Like I was thinking my golf club in my room.
Yeah, I'll try to get on the golfing later on.
Yeah, you should, man. It's a fun game.
It's
It's
frustrating. It's fun.
It's frustrating. Yeah, it's not, and it ain't like basketball or football. It's
Yeah,
like
get up and do it.
yeah, it's like a lot of stuff. It's all because of one stupid ball you gotta hit in the air, but it's a fun game though. It's fun. But thank you all for coming on. That wraps us up for the Playboy Podcast. Hope y'all subscribe, like it. We're going to debut on Apple Podcasts this week. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for Dalen and Ola for coming on, and Tony too. Nick Rankin's dunking, guys. Sorry for Nick Rankin. He was scared of us, man. He's always dunking. He's just scared like that. But I hope you all have a fantastic night. Wow, what time is it? Dang, 1:19, man. It feels like I'm in my fast. But I hope you all had a great week. Giveaway at the end of the month. Hope y'all have a fantastic week. Anytime y'all want to come on, y'all can come on anytime y'all want to.
Thank you,
So,
bro. Thanks for having us on too.
Yep,
yes,
appreciate
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. So that and on my Facebook page, subscribe it, repost it, and yeah, on the Trey Lopez Facebook page. And thank y'all for watching.
Nice meeting you, Jordan.
Nice
Yeah,
meeting
nice
you.
meeting you.